All right.
All right, that's better. Okay, yeah, I got that. Now I got it. Now we. Hello, can you see me now? All right, sorry, something's going on with the internet. Still acting funny. Go check over here. Okay, that looks like it's all right. It looks like it's on. All right, cool, cool, cool. It's still spinning. It's real weird. Still weird. Anyway, man. All right, so we're here. All right. Looks like it's good, even though I still see this little spinning thing. Obama internet. Hey man, I got 5G up in this champ. Let me say what's up to everybody, man. What's going on, Aisha? What's going on? Auntie Black Cherry in the building. Good morning, sister. Thomas Hill, good morning. Bo, T. Wells. What's going on? Mr. Oscar. Uh, Judah in the building. Mr. Hill, how are you, Thomas? Marquis, always good to see you. HMC3 and Mike Kirkland. Brother, how are you? Fresh Baker in the building. What's happening with you, man? Richard Paris, always good to see you, sir. Yes. Cal Coolin in the building. Be easy and CG Cap. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trash Talk Gaming. What's happening with you, man? Kevin Wells and Vlad Dad. Yeah, we on and popping. Spurl Good Marshall. What's going on, man? Yeah, did it. Yeah, it froze for a second, but it looks like it's back on and good. What's going on? T Wells. Okay, Taco Tuesday. Ricky Williams, what's going on, man? Hey, what's going on, Mr. Yes Real? What's going on, Fi? Mike Jones, Mike Biggs Boxing in the building. What's going on, man? What's up? Whatever. I'm gonna say what's up to everybody else and get back down there, man. Yeah, we back. So Devin's ducking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I told you so. I cannot. I'm enjoying listening to you guys' excuses out there. Love your excuses. I love you changing, moving the goalpost from here all the way over here. No time. Look, man, I've been telling you this was going to happen, that this was inevitable because of the way that you guys behaved. It's inevitable that this man is going to get a lot of credit, is going to get a lot of criticism because of you all, and you all primarily. There's nothing going on in here. Nothing going on here. Nothing going on here. That was not brought on by Devin Haney fans. Devin Haney's camp and Devin Haney's fans. Look, man. How can I start this, bro? Lord Haney ducking the smoke. How you the boogeyman and not fighting Shakur or Tank? First of all, I already told you he wasn't fighting Shakur. And that whole thing about that purse split, I said, let's not act like this is something where Shakur Stevenson, where he's trying to fight Shakur Stevenson. Let's not pretend, okay? Let's not pretend that that is a serious discussion about trying to make a fight. And it's insulting. What's going on, Adrian Molina? And it's insulting people's intelligence to claim that is in any way, shape, or form a serious offer to make a fight. So no matter what you guys said, tried to tell you, I don't care about the 25%. He's not fighting Shakur. He can't win. Hold on one second. I told you. But let's walk through this one at a time. We're going to walk through this one at a time. Just Do Boxing in the building. My guy, hold on one second. Hey, what's going on? Omega Red said, congratulations to Just Do. Son born this morning. Hey, man, congratulations, man. We got a king. We got a new one. Oh, man. Hey, congratulations, Just Do Boxing. Congratulations, Just Do Boxing. Oh, that's nice, man. Yeah, man. I remember I had my first baby boy, my only baby boy, actually. Hey, from yesterday, my guy, Be Easy in the building. Thank you, brother. He said $1 holler. Blessings, my brother. Appreciate you for that $1 holler, brother. Thank you to my guy. Thank you, man. Also, yesterday, on the replay, catching you on tape delay, like the NBA Finals. Yes, sir. Years ago. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hey, man, check this out, man. We about to go in on this dude. We're about to go in today. All right. My guy, what's going on? Last night, somebody else has supported on the archive, man. Thank you. Much love, brother. Again, $5 holler for my guy. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Mr. McKinney. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for that support, man. All right, let's get real. First of all, I'm gonna throw you out, right? I'm gonna put you on timeout for even saying that. I don't care who's putting up. First of all, 25% of what? 25% of what? Trying to wiggle your way out of that man saying what he is willing to accept for a fight. I ain't trying to hear that, bro. Dude, that is just muddling the subject matter, man. Damian Palacios. Dude, that's just muddling the subject, bro. All right, that's just muddle. That's just a way to confuse the topic. That man is not fighting Shakur Stevenson. That man is not fighting Shakur Stevenson. He was never going to fight Shakur Stevenson. Just like he's not fighting Gervonta Davis. And he was never going to fight Gervonta Davis. Just like he asked for 25%. Just like he said against do you remember? Let's go through all of the shadiness here. Okay. Hey, 47. Hey, my guy Kai said I'm 47 years old today, smoking a spliff, listening to the Don. Hey, man. Hey, dog, roll up another one, bro, because we're going to be here for a minute. Dog, roll up that second one. We're going to be here for a minute. Hey, and Philly Freeway, thank you, brother. Thank you for that support, bro. Thank you for that support, man. It's a thank you, seriously. For real. Thank you guys for keeping the channel going. No joke. Thank you. Let's get to this. Let's get to this though. Let's go through this. Okay. I should write this down so I don't make sure I don't skip a thought. So let's name all of the people. You have Gervonta, Shakur, Teofimo, Lomachenko, and Pro Gray. Pagurius, Regis Pagurius, and Regis Pagurius. Let's get this right. Gervonta gets out of jail. And all of a sudden you announce another fight 2 days after he gets out. You lowball Shakur. Teofimo, you straight up duck the rematch on Lomachenko, and you claim on Lomachenko, you just claim, no, sit on that L. You wouldn't give me a rematch. I'd give you a rematch. I'm not giving you a rematch because you would never have given me a rematch. Hey, Niners for life, bro. Much love for that $5 holler, brother. 49ers for life, man. But let's walk through this, okay? Do you know what I find really funny? If you list Gervonta, Shakur, Teo, Lomachenko, and Regis Prograis is absolutely the easiest out of all of those options. The only other option that would have been easier is a vacant WBO belt. That is the only option that would have been easier. And do you recall, can anybody tell me what Devin Haney did? Can you tell me what Devin Haney did and what Teofimo Lopez did that almost guaranteed that he had to go to Regis? When Teofimo Lopez was ordered by the WBO, listen to this. When Teofimo Lopez was ordered by the WBO gave him 24 hours to decide what he was going to do, Teofimo Lopez said, I'm gonna fight again. And you know why I'm gonna fight again? Because Devin Haney is trying to fight somebody for this vacant belt. No, you're not getting Barbosa. So Dude, it was Barbosa. Leo said link. You said link yesterday and didn't get on the link. You asked for a link yesterday and you didn't get on the link. Here's a link very early in the morning for the guy that said he wanted a link yesterday. So let's get this real. Let's be real. He took the easiest route possible, is what he did. The easiest route possible. Do not lie and say he didn't. LR in the building. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Do not lie. That's the easiest option, except for the one that the Teofimo Lopez cut off, which was the WBO vacant belt. He took absolutely the easiest route. Ugandan Warrior, you're wrong about Haney. No, I am not wrong about Haney. I am not wrong about Haney. I am 100% right about Haney. As soon as Gervonta Davis got out of that, how can I help you, Leo?
Yo, man, thanks for having me again. About yesterday, I'm sorry I couldn't come on because my mom came back from work, so I had to quickly do something.
Your mom came back from work?
Yeah.
How old are you?
17.
Okay, see you later, brother. I'm not talking to 17-year-olds. You got to be an adult. All right, so back on to this. Hit the link and proof or not. Yeah, hit me wrong. Yeah, hit the link. Except for a 17-year-old, bro. I'm not doing that, dog. I'm not gonna argue with a 17-year-old kid. Sorry about that. Anyway, so yeah. Come back in a couple months, bro. Come back in a couple months when you're 18. At 18, I'll talk to you, but not as a minor, bro. Did Devin vacate the belt yet, or this is all speculation? It's not speculation because he said he's fighting Regis Prograis in October. He has until the 21st. He has 3 more days. He has 3 more days. 3 more days. He has 3 more days to decide whether he's going to fight Shakur Stevenson or Regis Prograis. 3 days. 3. That's how many days he has left. He put out there that he's fighting Regis Prograis in October. So I don't think it's speculation. That's what he said. At least he stepped up. Yeah, I don't have a problem with you. I mean, that's all good. I just, I'm all right with talking to minors. All right. I don't want to do that. I know that. I don't know, what is a minor in the UK? What's the age in the UK? If 17 is an adult in the UK, okay. But I don't think it is. I think it's probably 18, just like us. I personally rather see Devin and Shakur than Regis. Look, you're not going to see any of that. You're not going to see any of that. The problem is not that. I'm really convinced that mostly Devin Haney fans are ages 16 to 21. That explains a lot of the logic. After losing versus Lomachenko, you don't want to risk another loss, like another match like that. Look, here's the thing. Those guys have been fake for a while. It's 18 in the UK. Thank you. Why would you offer that man? If you watch here, if he's serious about fighting Devin Haney, if Devin Haney is serious about fighting Shakur Stevenson, then he cannot go up and fight. He cannot go up and fight Regis Prograis. If that is a serious offer, you can't do it. You cannot do it. You have to stay at 135 if you can make the weight. Especially after everything that man has said and all the times that he's called people ducks. As many people of you guys as many people as you have ran down calling a duck, you have absolutely no choice but to fight either Shakur Stevenson, Vasily Lomachenko, or Devin Haney, or Gervonta Davis. Any of the three will do. But to have Gervonta Davis literally and his team literally saying, dude, you a fraud, you a duck. How in the world, as soon as I'm open for a fight, you ain't available all of a sudden? Let's focus on the second. He already said he can fight Shakur Stevenson, so it's off the table. He has to stay at 135. Hey, what's going on, Phil? Hey, Sean in the building. See live comments. What's going on, brother? Yes, sir. Oh, okay. I will do for sure. See the live comment. Hey, thank you, Phil. Thank you for that support, Phil. Sean, I said Phil. Sean, thank you, Sean. Let me roll back up. This entire time, man, they fake. They're fake. Fake. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't fight, but no, they're fake. They got a lot of fake over there. The thing that sits out to me the most, I can't see it, Sean. I don't see it, Sean. Can you put it in there again, brother? No, fake. Because that man said that he could fight Gervonta Davis in between the first and the second George Kambosos fight. Those guys jumped on the Rise podcast and said that all Gervonta needs to do is to activate his mandatory and they want to fight. They did all of that talking while they already had fights scheduled. Now that Gervonta does not have a fight scheduled, Devin is not obligated under any contracts. Now he jumps off and goes somewhere else. Every single solitary time Devin Haney has mentioned Gervonta Davis, he has had a fight scheduled. And as soon as he does not have a fight scheduled, he skips town. How can I help you, King?
So Regis Prograis was that dude.
First of all, you're going to start by saying, hello, how are you today? And not yelling at me. Hey, man, how are you today? It's easy. Hey, what's going on? Hey, man, thanks for having me on. That's it. Not start yelling at me.
You're right. That wasn't classy for me. I apologize. But hey, how you doing?
I'm well, man. How are you? What do you want to talk about?
Good. So I was going to say, a couple months ago, Regis Prograis was that dude. He was the dog at 140, the top dog. And now it's the easiest fight for Devin Haney.
Who
Can
said
you help
that?
me understand that? I
Who-
heard a lot of people saying that.
First of all, those two things right there, a couple months ago, nobody was saying that because Josh Taylor was the champion.
When he won that WBC belt against, what's that guy's name? He
Let me
knocked him out.
repeat. Nobody was saying that because Josh Taylor was the champion that had dropped some belts, but he was the man until Teofimo Lopez beat him. Now, let's also act as if, even though if you said was true, which it's not, that does not mean that those guys are better fighters than Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Vasily Lomachenko.
We don't know that until they fight. But that guy's at 140. That's a bigger challenge for Devin Haney.
A bigger challenge than the guy that just beat him up. I don't care about the challenge. I care about the fact that he said he was going to fight Gervonta Davis. And as soon as I care about the fact that he said that he was going to fight Gervonta Davis. And then he said he was going to fight him. He was calling him out. His fans were calling that man a duck, calling him all those things. Every time they did it, Gervonta had a fight. Now that Gervonta does not have a fight, he goes somewhere else and fights somebody else. Even though he said he can make that weight class.
WBC put a cap on him because he's got to make a decision by Friday. So it can't be Gervonta
Stay
after
at
that either.
135. I don't care what he does. If he could fight Gervonta Davis, fight Gervonta Davis. That's what you said you were going to do.
He can't make weight anymore.
You called the man out. You said you talked all kind of bad about this dude for years.
There's still no contract.
While he was building his name up, and Gervonta had no reason to even mention him. He was talking about Gervonta, what I did against you in sparring, jumping on different channels, talking about Gervonta all this time when Gervonta Davis had fights scheduled and he had fights scheduled. As soon as Gervonta Davis does not have a fight scheduled, all of a sudden, and he doesn't have a fight scheduled, all of a sudden it's, I'm out of there.
Gervonta team's got to reach out to him and send a contract.
Gervonta Davis ain't got to do squat. Call him. I
just think the A side should want the fight and make the fight. That's just what I think.
Really, you think the A side should call out the fight and want the fight then, right?
Yes, because Devin's got all the belts.
Then call out and make the fight with Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko. The guy that whooped you, and the guy that you made a 75, you made a contract offer to 75-25.
Market value.
Man, stop talking about market. You don't know anything about market value. So
WBC would mandate the same split, if not 70.
No, they would not.
Come on, man.
No, they wouldn't. The WBC split, the minimum mandatory split for the WBC is 70-30, not 75-25. That is
it's also 75-25.
No, it is not.
I can give you the name of the rule number on that.
I don't give a fat rat. You'll be lying if you give me the name of the rule number and it says anything but 70-30.
It says 70-30, 75-25, and 60-40.
No, it says 70. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It says 75. It says 70-30. And in some cases, they can change it to 60-40 or 55-45.
Okay.
And in exceptional cases, it can go to 50-50. He activated the mandatory like Devin Haney asked. And then he said, hey, by the way, I think I qualify for the 50-50.
How did Fury get an 80-20 split against Dillian White then? How does that work?
He didn't get an 80-20 split for him.
He did. That's everywhere.
No, he did not get an 80-20 split for him. He got something and they left 10% and let the 10% go to the winner. It was like 70-20. It was like 60-20 something, and they had an extra 10% of the person went to the winner.
It was a 80-20 overall split and then a 10%. But dude, I'm just saying, man.
How can it be 80-20 overall and then 10%? That's 110. 80-20 plus 10 is 110. So 80 plus 20 is 100, and 10% and another 10, it makes it 110%. You can't get a per split off 110%.
I know what you're saying. It's off of the 90%, it was 80-20.
Dude, I don't want to talk about Tyson Fury, and I'm telling you what the per split is.
Example.
You're giving me a bad example. I'm telling you what the per split is for the WBC. It's 70-30. And if they want to make an exception for the 70-30, they can change it to 55-45, or they can change it to 60-40. And in extreme cases or exceptional cases, it can go to 50-50. I don't care. First and foremost, it's complete BS that the A side has to send an offer. That's garbage. That's a lie. That's not true.
That's what it should be.
It should be. It's stupid. That's stupid. No, it shouldn't be. It absolutely shouldn't be. The A side sends the offer. No, it shouldn't be. It should be who wants the fight, offer somebody a fight. And then they talk about it and they come up with an agreement. It doesn't matter who does what. So if you say the A side should send the offer, then the A side should be the only one calling them out in the ring.
So you're saying Bill Haney should reach out, or Devin Haney's team
I could give a fat rat what Bill Haney does this way or the other way. I'm telling you this. If Devin Haney says that he is not available for a fight with Gervonta Davis after all this talking for all these years, for the only time that this man has been free to fight each other, when this man is not under a promotional deal with DAZN, he's not under a promotional deal with ESPN, with Top Rank, neither one. He's completely free to fight whoever he wants to fight. This is the first time that he has been free to fight with no promotional problems, with no scheduled fights, no nothing. It's the first time that Gervonta Davis has been free with no schedule, with nobody scheduled, and no promotional thing tying him down. This is actually the very first time, despite all the talking Devin Haney's team did and all the talking Devin Haney's fans have done. This is the very first time that they have both been open to fight. And Devin wants to fight Regis Prograis. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do this garbage you guys do, where you guys sit there and say stupid shit, excuse my language, ridiculousness. Where you guys sit out there and say ridiculousness like, oh, the A side has to send the contract. That is nonsense. That is nonsense. That an A side needs to send a contract. That is it. That is nonsense. Because first and foremost, you have a conversation about what you want to, whether you want to fight or not, before you ever document a contract.
True. Yeah. You have to agree to terms first.
Man, be quiet and listen. You have to agree that you want to fight each other at all before you start negotiating. You don't write down an entire agreement and send it to them and tell them to sign. Because 99 out of 99 times, unless you're AT&T and it's a phone that you're trying to buy, they're going to say something like, hey, man, what about the date of the fight? What about the location of the fight? Those details are not even in there. So I can't sign a contract even if I don't argue with you about it. I still can't sign it unless all the details are in there. So first of all this YouTube banter, shout out to the UK people, all this YouTube blah, 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 you can take all of that and throw it out the window. Anybody can make an offer for anybody. If you have a car and you got 15 people trying to buy your car, you can go ask somebody if they want to buy your car and tell them how much it'll cost. They can also contact you and tell you that they want to buy that car right off the bat and say, this is how much I'm willing to buy it for.
Devin's got a deadline on him now, so it doesn't matter.
Devin can turn around and say, hey, WBC, I want to fight Gervonta. Strip me. I want to fight Gervonta. I don't care. Strip me of your WBC belt. He can do whatever he can do it. Okay? But let me tell you, I don't care about what he could do. I'm telling you about, first of all, you're not even a Devin Haney fan. You're just somebody who likes to contradict me. Aside from that obviousness, this is the very first time Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis have actually been able to fight each other. And Devin is going another direction right after getting his head spun by Lomachenko.
He won that fight.
I think, why don't you just be honest and say, I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight Shakur. I don't want to fight Lomachenko. I don't want to fight Gervonta. I came off of a tough fight that many people thought I lost, and I'm going to take the easiest option I can find, which would have been Barbosa if Teofimo Lopez hadn't cut me off. So now I'm going to go with Regis because Regis looked bad in his last fight. I got to go to the next guy, King.
All right, man. All right.
All right, bro.
Bye.
Anytime, man. Thank you. D-Town in the building. Hold on one second, D-Town. My guy, phenomenal show. He said, just showing some love, Noob. Thank you, brother. Haney Twitter fans are the most delusional people I've ever come across. The answer's right in their face, yet they spew nonsensical logic. You know what people are saying on Twitter? Well, just look. Devin Haney will have a better fight next than any of these other guys have. And I would love to know what in the hell that got to do with the price of tea in China.
That's what I'm saying. What up with it for now?
Go ahead, D-Town.
Good morning. You doing all right, man? We almost there. No,
I'm kicking it, man. I'm good, brother.
Already. Look, we almost there, baby. We almost there. Yes, sir. Y'all boys get ready, okay? Ain't no more ducking and hiding. All right. My boy Fernand doing guys work out here. Keep doing your thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
EJ stand up. Dallas D10. I just came in, just check on my boy, man. Check on OG. That's all. Keep doing your thing, OG.
Hey, man. Thank you, D-Town. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right, now. Yeah. Hey, what's going on? Kamal Oz in the building. Kamal about to cook this one. I see. Hey, by the way, Adrian Molina, I see you. I'm looking for your comment. Go ahead. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, Fanon? I'm glad that you're talking about a point that I made. I think it was Sunday when I called you, and I said Devin is clearly looking for what he perceives to be the easiest option in Regis Prograis, because there was no talk of him fighting Regis Prograis up until that last showing that Prograis had. And I said, you know what? If he was really looking for a challenge at 140, he would call out Subriel Matias. That's a fight that could be made tomorrow. He won't call out Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias is a monster. You know what? And what I said yesterday is Devin Haney in 135 is kind of reminding me of Canelo at 168. When 168, the belt holders were British, C-class fighters like Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders. He was all about that action. But once David Morrell Jr. and David Benavidez put themselves in position to be fought, he's MIA, and he's talking about giving interviews saying maybe Benavidez in the future. He talks too much. You said Benavidez talks too much. You fought Triple G 3 times, and Triple G called you a diva. He called you a drug cheat, and he called you all kind of names. So don't give me the fact that you say David Benavidez talks too much, and that's not how you make a fight when you fought somebody who insulted you and insulted your integrity and everything that goes on. So Haney's reminding me a lot. Frank Martin said, you're commenting on Twitter about Frank Martin trashing him, and then if you check his own tweet and after that fight, he's getting roasted in his own comment section on Twitter. Frank Martin says, I'll take that 25-75 offer. I have not heard any response to Frank Martin saying, I want that 25-75 offer. But you can be the peanut gallery judging how the fight ended and making fun of Frank, but you don't want to take the fight. So he's reminding me a lot of this energy that I see from Canelo, running away from 160 when it got hot, running away now from 168, bringing guys up. And now he goes for what he perceives. This is respect to Regis Prograis, because I respect him. I was talking about Regis Prograis for years. He's going for what he perceives to be the weakest link. He's not answering Shakur. He's not doing what I said his only move should be to rematch Lomachenko, not answering Frank Martin. Even Edwin De Los Santos called him out as well. He could make that fight. He's not fighting Tank. Beyond that, there's a whole laundry list of people he's not fighting. And the point is, if he goes up to fight Regis Prograis, he needs to be stripped of those 135 belts, because in earlier interviews, he was talking about how he could maybe go up to 140 for a fight, test his body or whatever, and then keep the titles, and hinted at that. No, man, you're not going to mix it up with the best in a very hot division. That you need to give up those belts, man, because people don't get how he was very fortunate to fight, George Kambosos. And then he fought Lomachenko, but he's not fighting the up-and-comers. And when the heat is getting hot in the kitchen, the guy is talking. But what did I say about Devin Haney months ago, Fanon? I said his bark is bigger than his bite. He overpromises and underdelivers every time, and this is just an example of that. Don't just stop with Shakur and the Lomachenko and Tank fights. Talk about the bevy of people in 135 that have been calling out, including Frank Martin, who you were trashing on Twitter, who was doing so with your last performance. You had no right to be trashing Frank Martin. With that, I'm out, Fanon.
All right, man. Hey, Adrian Molina, I'm looking for that comment. I can't find it. I went all the way back to the time frame where you said you left it, but I just don't see it. Adrian, can you put that back in the comment section? Can you make the comment again? Adrian, that's my bad, man. I'm looking for that comment. I can't find it. Adrian Molina in the building said, read my comment. Don't forget the gong. Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, I'm 100% with you. I'm 100. Devin literally is all talking. He ain't do anything he's going to do. Look. That man what's going on, One Body Yahweh? Martin just barely bested a bum. That guy ain't a bum, bro. It doesn't matter. Look, I'm getting back on this. First of all, Devin cannot fight everybody at the same time. That's true. That's a true statement. He can't fight everybody at the same time. You can only fight one person at a time. The problem with that is that that's true with everybody else as well. The hypocrisy is what I'm on. I've been saying this for years. It's the hypocrisy. When Lomachenko had a choice to fight all kind of different people, he could fight Teofimo. He could have fought the WBC. Could have made Devin had Devin fight Lomachenko for the WBC vacant title, right? When all these other people could fight, none of you Devin Haney fans cared that these guys had other options. None. You didn't care that other people had other options, that they had other bigger fights to make. You didn't care. It was all ducking Devin because Devin said Devin wants to fight. That's all Devin, when Devin was coming up, that's all Devin had to do for you was say he wanted the fight, and whoever did not take the fight was ducking Devin. That's why you guys got literally everybody in boxing, everybody around that weight class you called a duck. Devin wants to smoke with everybody. Now everybody wants to smoke with him, and you got a reason for him to skate out the door. Let me repeat. When Devin could only fight one person, he wanted to smoke with everybody. Fanon, is it true that the WBC ordered Tank, Shakur, and Devin? He said you got to the 21st. The Devin has 2 WBC orders on him. One is make up your mind with Regis Prograis, or we're making the fight with Regis Prograis and Sandor Martin. If you don't make the fight with Regis Prograis, then we're going to order the Shakur fight with the Shakur fight. That's what Mauricio Sulaiman said yesterday on Broadway Joel's podcast, The Voice of Dominican Boxing. Shout out to them in that excellent interview that they did. And if you do use excerpts of their interview, please get a man credit. Reach out to the man before you take his stuff and slap it on your videos. I appreciated what he said when he put that out there on Twitter. So if you hear this for the first time, that's where you get it, please make sure if you take his stuff, at the very least, give people credit, give them credit where you got it from, and put it in your description. But the best of it is to do what he asked and reach out to him on Twitter before you do it. And by the way, also shout out to God dog, man, what's that podcast? I forgot the name of the podcast. I'll get back to that though. Okay. I'm still missing Adrian Molina's comment. So, how's Devin running? He been calling out Tank. You're not listening. He's been calling him out. That's all. That's my point. Calling him out. You guys want to give people credit for calling people out. And I've been telling you for years, I'm not giving anybody any credit for calling somebody out. I'm going to give you credit for fighting them. Devin Haney right now is free to fight Gervonta Davis, 100% free to do it. He is 100% free to fight Gervonta Davis. Nothing is preventing him from fighting Gervonta Davis. The WBC cannot keep him from fighting Gervonta Davis. Can't do it. The only thing that they can do is strip him of a title for doing it. That's it. You are an idiot and a liar. Q, let me help you with this. Let me help you out with this. You all can take your phony baloney arguments and shove them up your backside. Okay? Just go as deep as you can go. Okay? With that. Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis does not have to send that man a contract. That is nonsense. That is a lie. That is a weak excuse to try to say, it sent an offer. It doesn't even matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Team, it doesn't even matter. That's nothing but a distraction. That's nonsense. That's what that is. That is not relevant to the point. They can get on the phone today. Gervonta Davis is not on Devin Haney's clock. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You got 3 seconds, Gervonta, to go. Oh, you didn't send me a contract in time. You didn't send me a contract. It is now 8:30. It is 8:55. You have till 9:01 to send me a documented agreement. Otherwise, you're ducking me. I'll fight you, Shakur. Here, Shakur, I'll fight you. 99.1%, and you have to wear 30-ounce gloves, and you have 5 seconds to agree to this or not. Click the link or get out of here, you bot. Tank protection. You guys got these little buzzwords, huh? Let me ask you a question, bro. Do you get that do you get those buzzwords right out of Devin Haney's feces? I just want to know. Do you just literally, does he like swallow those excuses? Doodle them out and you pick through his back, you pick through his remains in order to say that nonsense? Oh, you're the protection agency. Protect him for what? Devin's the one not fighting. What's the protection, you idiot? What's the protection? Shame on y'all. I hear y'all. I see y'all. Shame on y'all. Running these fighters' names into the mud. Devin and Bill is entertaining, good or bad. I'm enjoying how it's playing out. Oh, I'm laughing the entire way through. I'm laughing the entire way through. Because this has been happening the entire time. This is not new. This is happening every time. The only difference is that you guys take what Bill says and you feed it like it's a fact. I told you years ago he's not fighting Shakur Stevenson. And he just dang near got knocked out. By the way, he dang sure got wobbled by Lomachenko. So if you're not going to make the fight, just say you're going to move up the weight and be honest about it and stop trying to dangle. Oh, I want to smoke with everybody. You know, it's just he didn't send the contract on time. I want to fight. Oh, I really want to fight everybody. He just didn't he just didn't send the contract on time. I mean, he's been out of jail for a day, man. What's taking you so long? Send the contract. You didn't send the contract yet. I've not seen the contract yet. Hey, man, let me ask you a question. How do you bozos know if the contract's been sent or not? Is what I want to know. Do you guys have like a video camera on Devin Haney's mailbox for you to know that? GM said each of them belts is 5% of the 20. No, it's not. It's 8. It's not 5%. It's 3%. Each of the belts is 3% of the 20% split he would get from Tank. Now he's down to 10. No, he would be down to 12 or 8. He'd be down to 8. He'd be down to 8%. He'd be down to 8%. I still don't understand how they're not talking about pay-per-view though when they're talking about those purse splits. I'm still confused. Not that somebody can't explain it to me, but I want to know when you say you're offering 75-25, dude, there hasn't been a purse bid. There hasn't even been a purse bid. So how would you know the percentage split of the pay-per-view? That sounds like you're talking about 75-25% of a pay-per-view. But like I said, I don't know because none of those offers are serious. Cal Coolidge said the questions are for me. 1, when did the deal get signed while Tank was in jail? Why are they both giving different months? 3, now that Regis has pushed back on October, is the deal done? All answers equals duck. Hey, look, he said we want to fight in November. No, I want to fight in October. Why would he want to fight in October? And how do you know you can even fight in October? When did Regis fight? A month ago? So 4 months from now? I don't know, man. Hey, thanks, Cal. Cool it. The question is, when did the deal get? It's not signed. It's not signed. Why are they both giving different months? Because it's not signed. Now that Regis has pushed back on October, is the deal done? I don't know if it is or if it's not, but if he's not willing to fight in October, maybe it's not done, but we'll see. Devin said October. October is when we're fighting. That's what Devin said. We'll see. Maybe Devin will go back and maybe he'll fight Regis Prograis. Maybe he won't fight Regis Prograis. I don't know. We'll see. But if it's not Regis Prograis, unfortunate for everybody, it's Shakur. It's going to be Shakur. It's going to be Shakur because he's not going to make the money for Gervonta. And he's not going to bet on himself. Devin acting like he's at the end of his career. Hey, man, he looked like he don't want to fight them dudes. B&B Boxing, thank you, brother. RJ Marr in the building said, hey, if Devin could fight Loma at 135, if Devin could fight Loma 135, he should fight Tank at catch. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean catch? I'm still looking for Adrian Molina's comment, though. Adrian, put that comment at the bottom of the comment, please. I couldn't find it. WBC gives Devin a deadline. Fury dance for you. No. Devin has not had a WBC mandatory in 3 years. Oh, the catch weight? No. Why would Tank fight him in a catch weight? 135, partner. You call that man out at 135, you're a champion at 135. That's all you have to offer. That's all you got to offer. Why would he fight him in a catch weight? Catch weight means unless you're talking about 134, there's no belt on the line. Why would he fight that man at a catch weight? He called that man out at 135 pounds. He said that he's the undisputed king of 135 pounds. Fight at 135 pounds. If you are not at 135, then go on and say you're going to get out of 135. Get out of 135. Drop the belts and let everybody do it. But stop acting as if everybody's ducking you. I just find the whole thing incredibly ironic. Right? If the champ want to fight all comers, is only a phone call away who wants to fight the champ. Look, you guys I really wish you guys would stop spreading this information. It's bad for people. I really wish you guys would stop spreading misinformation. There is no reason that the quote-unquote A side has to send the offer. That is not true at all. And in fact, in most negotiations, the person that makes the offer first gets more money than they would have if they hadn't made the offer first. Go high. There's no reason whatsoever. And I am still waiting on somebody to really, other than what you think should be going on, to say that the A side makes the offer. No, they do not, Ronnie Harris. You're ridiculous. Shut up. Stop lying. Where's your proof that the A side makes the offer? Give me your proof. Either party can. Dude, you guys are idiots. Man, seriously, shut up. Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay? You do not know what an A side is. You do not know what an A-side is, number one. And number two, anybody can make an offer. Anybody. Anybody can make an offer. Anybody. Deontay Wilder made an offer to Anthony Joshua. Most of the people that tell you that the A-side has to make the offer did not say that when it was Deontay Wilder who sent an offer to Anthony Joshua for $50 million. Would any of you geniuses like to explain to me how Errol Spence, how Deontay Wilder sent Anthony Joshua an offer for $50 million? Would any of you guys like to explain to me how Terrence Crawford called up Errol Spence Jr. and said, I have a hedge fund that wants to buy this fight? Would any of you guys like to explain that? That is a sorry excuse. That is a sorry excuse. And it has no basis in fact at all. Nowhere on this planet other than your imagination does this A-side have to make the offer. This is not slavery. You can make an offer to fight anybody. I could today make an offer to fight Errol Spence Jr. on July 29th. I can do that. Stop lying to people and misleading people. That's the problem with Devin Haney's entire crew. Is you spend so much time manipulating people, trying to manipulate people in what they think with any BS theory that you will pull out of your backside. Where's the contract? QW, the hate is real. You're right. I hate your nonsense. You can click the link. You're 100% correct. I hate your nonsense. I despise your nonsense. I despise the stuff you make up. I despise it. I don't just hate it. I despise it. You tell me exactly again why somebody that is, first of all, what is an A-side? I would love for you guys to explain what an A-side is to me. I don't think you know. To even recognize what it is. Adrian Molina, hey, much love, brother. He said they heard that BS from another platform. So they're trying to debate you without thinking for themselves. So they'll stay delusional. Isaiah Wilson, how can I help you, man?
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Fadai? How you feeling, man?
Man, listen, I'm well, man. How are you?
I'm good. Getting this workout in real quick, but I was listening to your show, man. I had to call up, man, because I'm a Dev Haney fan, man. That's my man, right? So you were saying in the beginning, Dev was calling out Tank. Dev wasn't no top echelon fighter or nothing. He was calling out Tank. He sent a couple contracts to Tank.
Both.
Tank didn't want to.
Upper echelon. He did it both. He did it when he wasn't. He did it when he was. He did it when he was an undisputed champion too.
Yeah, he did. And I don't think that it negates my argument at all because, you know what I mean, Dev was calling him out no matter what. Now at this point in time, Dev is a champ. I understand A side and B side, but that's something new in boxing. This A side, B side, who brings in the most money, who sells the most tickets.
It's not new.
It's new when it's calling the shots. Before it was who had the belt.
No, it's always been who's had the money. Always. Since the 1790s, it's been who's had the money. Always. Always. Who puts up the prize? It's always been that. Never not been that. Always.
Hey, listen, man. I'm a factual dude. It's a lot. I want to see the facts of where it been.
Here's the facts. Here's the facts. It's always been the money. Always been the money. From the time of Tom Cribb, the first big fight to ever be made was between a guy named Tom Cribb and Tom Melanoir in Thistleton in the UK in the 1790s. The reason that the fight was big is because aristocracies, the people with the money, would get a backer. That backer would say, I am paying for my guy to fight your guy. And whoever put the purse up was the one that got the money. And then they would gamble on the purses. But you had to bring money to even make the fight. So it's always been the money. The belt has always been a trinket that they hand afterwards. It's a trophy. It's like, here's your trophy. You won. It's just a trophy. The money has been the prize. The prize is put up by the backers. I have my guy. My guy can beat your guy. So I'm going to put up $100,000 for my guy to beat your guy. If your guy put up $100,000 into the pot for your guy. If my guy wins, then guess what? We're going to take the majority of the pot. And we're going to pay you a certain amount of the pot that remains. And we're going to make money because we're going to sell tickets and everybody's going to come around here and gamble. So the bookies will then make the money off the bets that go here and there. It's always been about the money. The belts has always been a trophy, and that's just a trophy.
Okay, so this is why I said that it's about the belt. I get where you're coming from. I'm not neglecting the part where it's the big money behind that actually make the big fights. I get that. But the reason why I said it's about the belts is because when we first came, everybody as a kid, we all coming up as boxing, we only care about the belts. We don't care about being rich or being. So to boxing, to the fight.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What belts did Jerry Cooney fight? Did Jerry Cooney fight Larry Holmes for?
None.
Wrong. They fought for a championship belt. Yes, they did. You just don't know what it is. I could probably go through 15, 20 fights, and we wouldn't be able to remember what belt was on the line. What belt was on the line between Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns?
But that's the part. That's the fact that that's the part that I'm making though. For now, that's the point that I'm making. Like you're saying that it's not about that, but to the fighters, I know if you ask that fighter what belt he had, he would know. I know if you ask his trainer, his promoters what belt, because to him that established that he's somebody in the boxing game. You can make a whole bunch of money, but that's not going to go inside the record books. Dude, these guys are trying to break records, and I know that you probably disagree with that.
I'm not disagreeing with you, you're disagreeing with boxers. That's not what boxers say. That's not what boxers say.
That's just this Floyd Mayweather era for now. You talk to a lot of these older fighters, man.
Muhammad Ali said, "I'm making $5 million. George making $5 million."
That was towards the end of his career.
But anyway, this is not a debatable point. It's always been the money, or they would have stayed in the amateurs.
But for now, what you're doing is you're moving goalposts. It's about the money.
Shit. It's the money.
It's about the money when we're making the big fights. But when we're calling each other champions, it's not about the money. Because I know some guy named Mike Stewart, right? I know some guy named Mike Jones. You probably don't even know who he is. Mike Jones can sell out an arena in Philadelphia. He packed more people in the arena than Bernard Hopkins did. This is Mike Jones. Nobody knows who this guy is. Even Mike Stewart did that in Delaware, out of Delaware in the early 90s. That means that these guys is about, but you don't know who these guys are, and they brought in the money to local promoters. I'm just saying that it depends on who you talking to in boxing. Is it about, because Top Rank, they care about accolades. That's what Top Rank care about.
Dude, first of all, it's about the money, dog. I'm not about to sit up here and keep talking about that. It's about the money. Okay, it's professional boxing. Professional basketball players play basketball for the money. They want the championship if they can get the championship. But you better believe
They don't play
they are not.
basketball. How many basketball players have took a pay cut to get another championship team? See, you say that it's about the money, but you want
It's
Devin
about
to
the
take a
money,
pay
Blue.
cut
Will you
to
please
fight.
stop talking?
Oh,
I'm putting you on
you
mute.
said it's about the money,
I'm putting
but
you on mute. Because first and foremost, you're not even talking about what we're talking about. We're talking about Devin Haney fighting Gervonta Davis. You want to have some prolonged conversation about whether or not professional fighters are fighting for money. They're fighting for money. Stop. These guys are multimillionaires. They're fighting for money. Okay? They're fighting for money. So just stop it. None of these guys are fighting for free. None of them. Plenty of them are taking fights for no belts. None of them are fighting for free. Many, if not all of them, have fought in fights without belts. They fight for money. It's not Floyd did not invent that. Okay? They fight for money. It's prize fighting. Let's not live in La La Land. Nor do I want to have a debate that people go to work for money. People go to work for money. It's their job. You got a job, you go to work for money. I got a job, I go to work for money. Any and everybody that is not already a billionaire and already sitting on a ton of dough are going to work because they have to pay their bills. Boxers they turn professional to make money. That's what they do. If you can have everybody think you're the best fighter ever, but you're dead fucking broke, that's not their goal. Okay?
Fanon, you know how many fighters it is that's dead, bro?
Let's stop acting like that's even an argument. It's obvious that that's the case. Let's move forward. Let's move forward past that silliness and get back onto this Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. Gervonta Davis said he does not care about the belts. He wants to fight Devin. When Devin was calling out Gervonta, Devin had the belts. And Gervonta did not have any major championship belts. He was calling him out the entire time he was calling him out. Gervonta Davis did not have a major championship belt at 135. The entire time. So clearly Devin is not trying to fight him for the belts. Devin's trying to fight him for the money. If you say you're going to fight somebody and you can fight at 135 the entire time, now this is getting back to the subject matter. The entire time that Devin Haney was calling out Gervonta Davis, he was never available to fight him. Not once. The entire time when he wasn't a champion or he only held the WBC belt itself, he was with Eddie Hearn and had a promotional deal with Eddie Hearn. So he was not free to do whatever he wants, but he was calling out Gervonta Davis. When he moved over to Top Rank, he had a 3-fight deal. 3-fight deal. He had a fight agreed to with Kambosos, but yet he acted like he could still fight Gervonta Davis. Got on the Rise podcast and said he didn't need to take the rematch. All you need to do is activate your mandatory and I can get out of the rematch, which was not true. Then he fought in the rematch. Between the rematch and the Lomachenko fight, he said he was he didn't agree to a fight with Lomachenko yet. He was still free to fight Gervonta. But he wasn't available to fight. So now that he beat Lomachenko in the 3-fight deal that he said was not a 3-fight deal to begin with, but after the fact became a 3-fight deal, he now is free. He does not have a WBC belt. I mean, he does not have a promoter. No promoter. So Bob Arum can't tell him he can't take the fight. He doesn't have Eddie Hearn working with him, so Eddie Hearn can't tell him he can't take the fight. He is 100% free to do it. The only encumbrance that he has is that WBC belt, which Gervonta doesn't even want. So he can easily drop that belt and keep his word and go fight Gervonta. But it's mighty ironic that the very first time that he's actually free to fight him, he moves on. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about who the man is and whether or not having 4 belts makes you the man, or whether or not making all the money makes you the man. That is an entirely different subject matter. If you would like to talk about what we're talking about, which is why you are moving up when you say you can make the weight, when the very first time Gervonta Davis is available, you don't say his name at all. You're not calling him out at all. You're off to 140 pounds to fight literally the easiest fight that you have available for you for a championship belt. That's the topic. Not the fighters don't fight for money, they fight for belts. Silliness. And by the way, Mike Jones is a professional fighter from Philadelphia. And yes, I knew who he was. Fought Randall Bailey back in the day, 26-19 with 2 KOs. But let's see. Got knocked out by Randall Bailey in Las Vegas. I remember him briefly. I remember him somewhat. And no, bro, that dude he never held a championship, never fought for one. And ain't no way in the world that man was filling up arenas or making the money that Bernard Hopkins was. Because Bernard Hopkins at the same time, right around that same time, actually a little bit before, was an undisputed world champion. He was, matter of fact, was an undisputed champion at the time that this man, that he turned pro in 2005. Just to go back to that one. But anyway, do you have an issue with that particular part? Or are we going to keep talking about how fighters don't fight for money? I'm sorry. You're on mute. Go ahead. Start again.
No, I'm sorry. I was making a point about it, but you know what I mean? I feel as though that you canceled out my point just by saying stuff that I don't basically agree with. You know what I mean? But that's just your argument. You know what I mean? But
no, that's
at the same
fact.
point, I can't say that's a fact, man, because a lot of fighters don't get into this for money. And a lot of fighters, they first fight is $500. They fight for the dream of being the best fighter. I've been a fighter ever since I was a kid. I've been around fighters ever since I was a kid. We dream of being the best fighter. The money coming afterwards. So you got a lot of older guys right now that's still fighting for $0, getting their brain beat in because they still want to be the best fighter. That's the passion of the game. But we're going to disagree about that. But you know, what I mean, my point.
Because there's a difference. I'm not saying that people box, that those guys are out there boxing and they don't want to win fights. They don't want to be the best. They don't want people to think that they're a great fighter. I'm saying using the word for. They're fighting for money, not belts. Because there are people that get the money, they get the accolades, but they don't have the belt. You're fighting for money. Devin fights for money. He's not walking into that ring for no money. It's not going to do it. You tell me, name a professional fighter right now, any of these world-class fighters right now, that if you say, okay, I'll fight you, but you have to fight for free. You tell me one welterweight, one professional welterweight, that is going to get in the ring with Errol Spence Jr. and fight him for free.
Yeah, I would know. I know a professional fighter right now that would get it just for the exposure, just because the dream of making money down the line. That's why when they first get into the game,
that's fighting for money. That's fighting for money.
You're saying that's believing in yourself. That's not fighting for money. That's having a dream.
No.
We're just going to disagree on that. We're going to disagree.
You can disagree, but I'm going to be very direct about it. I went to school for
I
a
did
long
too, bro.
time.
I did too. I got a college degree, bro. I did too.
I went to school for a long time. Let me finish what I'm saying. I went to school for a long time. The entire time I was in school, I knew that I was going to get out and needed a job. That's why I went there. I went to school for money so that I could get the accolades necessary to get the job.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's how you think. That's not how a lot of people think, bro. A lot of people coming up out of nowhere, bro. We don't think like that. I want to do this because I love it.
You went to school. You paid your way through college or all of that stuff, and you didn't have your eyes on what job you're going to have to feed yourself years later.
No, actually, I went to school for a religion degree because I was a kid and I love religion, and my mom had me into that whole understanding where we came from. So it has nothing to do with where I work at. I'm an engineer for a hotel. That has nothing to do with what I went to school for, but I do stuff for the love of it. I come from a family of that. Maybe that's different, you know what I mean? But I know a lot of people do stuff for the love of it. It's not about being a billionaire or a millionaire. It's for the love of the game. But we're going to disagree about that. I know a lot of fighters right now. I could walk into the gym at 4 o'clock when the gym opens, and I can make a live stream of how many fighters is fighting. For they don't care about what you can give them $500 they get in the ring.
That's $500. That's money. But okay.
All right, but the only point I was making at the end is that Yo, that's why I think now Dev is not calling out. Dev is not entertaining the Gervonta Davis fight because he has to give up a lot of money. He has to give up a lot of things to fight Tank. And now that he understanding that, it's like, oh, I'm the man. You the man. I don't have to fight you and give up all this stuff. I'd rather build my name instead of giving you 70 and I'm taking 30. A lot. That's not I'd rather not take it. Because he's the man no matter what.
That's acceptable.
Huh?
And you think that's acceptable?
I think that's 100%. That's what boxers do all day. Look at Roy Jones, man. Roy Jones started.
You just contradicted yourself. You literally just said fighters don't fight for money, but now you're saying it's okay not to fight because you don't like the money. You got to pick one, man.
No, I said that Tank don't have no accolades. That's what I'm trying to say. 40 is another accolade that he's going to achieve. There's no accolade fighting Tank. What? I beat the guy that got the most money?
You just said, let's back you up. You literally just said that these dudes ain't fighting for money. They fighting for, but you
can you hear me?
Have a problem with, you don't have a problem with Devin saying he's not going to fight because he don't like the money.
He don't like the money. And going to 140 is another accolade.
You didn't say he doesn't want to fight him because he doesn't have any accolades. I'm listening. You did not say that Devin Haney didn't want to fight him because Tank doesn't have accolades.
That's the first thing I started off with. I said Tank don't have no. He has no belts.
Nah.
Tank has no accolades.
You just said that it is true that you said he doesn't have accolades, but that's not why you said you think Devin doesn't want the fight because Devin has all the belts. He wouldn't make enough money. He's not going to take 70-30 or 70-10. That's money.
No.
Then I specifically asked
this is how you move in the goalpost. You just mixed five.
Then I specifically asked you, do you think it is acceptable not to fight because of that? That's why I asked you the question. You said, do you think that's acceptable? You said, yes, that's acceptable. I verified that that's what you thought.
You move it all the time.
I literally verified with you that that's what you thought. That it's okay not to fight if you don't like the purse split. If you don't like the money. That's money. That's Devin Haney not fighting him because of the money. I asked you, is that, I'm verified with you. I said, so you think that's acceptable? I literally drew a line around it. And you said, yes, that's acceptable. That's the explanation you gave. You said it's acceptable. That's money. That's not accolades. That's money.
Is I'm muted? Yes. Is I'm unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yo, I grouped in a lot of things, but you took one thing and said it's money. I grouped in the money. I grouped in he don't have no belts. I grouped in that he can move up by fighting regions. I grouped in 4 different things, but you took one thing. That's moving the goalposts, bro. That's creating an argument that you want to win. I'm not here to win an argument. I'm here to have a conversation.
It is literally listening to what you're saying.
But I said 4 different things. Why you only pointed out one thing, the money? I said 4 different things.
You said it's money. He doesn't have accolades. I can go to the next one then. Let's move to he doesn't have accolades. Then why you want to fight him at all? Why were you calling him out?
He didn't want to fight him.
He didn't have accolades. He didn't have accolades.
Tank had a belt.
Does he have accolades?
Tank had a belt.
Does he have accolades or not?
He don't have the accolades for moving to 140.
He didn't have accolades before. If he didn't have accolades before, he doesn't have accolades now because he holds the same belt he did before. So if he had accolades when Devin was calling him out, he has the same belt now. So how does he not have accolades now, but he had them before when he has the same belt?
But this is what I'm saying. This is not 2022. You're making an argument in 2023 for 2022. It was different circumstances. But what are you?
Circumstances. He has the same circumstance.
No, it didn't. Devin don't have the same circumstances.
Dude, you just looking for an excuse to skate this dude out of this, man.
Devin don't have the same circumstances, man. Devin, my man, though, but Devin, my man.
Okay, let's walk you down further into the grave. What does he have now?
Devin Devin do? Devin just beat Momachenko, baby.
What does
Devin
he
just
have?
beat Momachenko.
What does he have?
Devin just beat Momachenko. He's looking to move to 140. That is a different time.
What does he? So now it's because it's a different time?
That's why the circumstances is different. You can't ask for the same. Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
You back talking about money.
That's not relating to the money. That's just a saying.
Yesterday's prices are not related to money?
That's just a saying. So people can say that for anything. That's a saying.
Look, Doc, look, stop this. Just stop. Okay? You're literally jumping from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Gervonta Davis is literally the same guy. He's literally the same guy he was when Devin Haney was saying this before the Lomachenko fight. He said he could fight him last December. Devin Haney was the undisputed champion when he said it.
But he did not fight Momachenko. And you're just neglecting that part.
Undisputed champion when he said it. Gervonta Davis was the
now Devin Haney
that same belt.
Now he's the undisputed champion.
You are stopped because you're just talking silliness. Now it's the fact that he beat Lomachenko. So what? Teofimo Lopez beat him. Teofimo Lopez beat him. Orlando Salido beat him. What is him beating Lomachenko? What is him beating Lomachenko got to do with the fact that he was calling out Gervonta Davis? Nothing. You're just making shit up, man. You're just making it up to defend him. Just say the truth. He wants to move up to 140 pounds. He can do it if he wants to. That's it. That's the only bit of thing I can take from you that I think is halfway serious. He can't make the weight. That's the situation that has changed. If the situation has changed that you can't make 135 and you're going to go fight for somebody else's belt, drop your belts and go up. But you can't at the same time say you can make 135. The entire time that you've been saying that you want to fight Gervonta Davis, you've never been available to fight him. As soon as you're actually available to fight him, now you don't want to fight him. I'll tell you what the situation has changed, all right? The situation has changed is that he is actually able to make the fight. The situation has changed in that Gervonta Davis is actually able to fight him right now because he's not managed by Floyd Mayweather Jr. He does not have a promotional contract. Devin does not have a promotional contract. The fight is Devin. All the money is with Tank. All the money is with Tank. And he don't want the fight. I'll tell you what changed too. Him getting that head clocked by Lomachenko. Since you want to bring up Lomachenko, let's talk about the fact that Lomachenko, he skated out that fight barely with a win. And Lomachenko was spinning that man's head back, and in round 10, damn near put him on his ass.
Hey, for now, you was listening too much of the commentary that night, man.
Nah, I didn't listen to none of the commentary. I watched that with the commentary off. What I saw was Devin Haney get his head spun by Lomachenko, like everybody else did, like you did. Yik. That's what changed. Them left hands flying at you and not being able to knock. Hey, by the way, you know what else has not changed though? Devin's inability to knock anybody down. Because Devin 9 years.
But nah, you know why I give Devin respect? Because Devin don't have no power behind that stick. Pause. He don't have no power behind it. So you know what I mean? Devin does what he do to win a fight. I don't know how long this going to keep going. It's just miraculous that it's going on. I don't know how long this is going to keep happening, but I respect the game of boxing. I used to be a fighter, right? I still do fight. I don't have too much power on my punches. So I know how hard and difficult it is to win when you have no pop on your jab. Yo, Devin has no pop on his jab. Devin don't have nothing but a 1-2. He don't have much good defense, but it's very, see, I'm keeping 100. I'm just gonna keep it real. But it's very unique to see what he's doing at the way. So you're right. I know real rap that Devin don't want to fight Tank. He don't want to have nothing to do with Tank. But at one point in time, I believe that he would fight Tank when he was coming up because every fighter got that dog in him. But right now, why would I fight Tank when I got to give him 70% of the purse, Why would I fight Tate when I already got the belts? They already calling me the man. I can go in a whole different direction. Devin pulling the Terrence Crawford. I can't be mad at the situation, you know what I mean? But I get where you're coming from, but the only thing I'm saying is that I'm not mad at the situation because fighters do this. This is the game of fight.
We can agree on that last part.
Yo, with that, man, I'm out, man. I ain't gonna waste too much of your time. But
hey, no, it's all right, Isaiah. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you for coming by, man. That was fun. You have a great day, bro. All right,
you
man.
too.
Yes, sir. Hey, B&B Boxing said Devin act like he's at the end of his career. Yes, sir, bro. Oh man, that's hilarious, man. Thank you, hey Isaiah. Thank you, man. Seriously, all respect to you. Thank you, bro. I needed that. I need that. Adrian Molina with the $1 holler, brother. Thank you, Adrian Molina. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man, for supporting this very lackluster conversation. RJ Marr in the building said, if Devin could fight Loma at 135, should fight Tank. Kai Alexander, what's going on, sister? Hello, Fanon. Hey, Kai, how are you, sister? I just wanted to say that you become part of my morning routine while I'm working. I'm a writer and administrator. Okay, that's what's up. Thanks for the content. Salute, chat, and God bless you all. Hey, thank you. Hey, thank you for supporting the channel. For real. Hey, Godex the Ghost said, this is what happens when you get punched in the head for the love of it. No future game plan. You have this train of thought. Oh, yeah, hello at all. But see, look, no, hey, he came, no joke, and he said the truth at the end. I respect that because he said the truth. Devin knows he can't win that fight because he ain't got nothing to keep Gervonta off of him. Gervonta knows he ain't got nothing to keep him off of him. He knows he ain't got nothing to keep him off of him. And you did all that talk about beating him up in sparring and what you did in sparring and clout chase that man into a career. Clout chase that man to death. Here's the link. Hey, man, thanks, though. Hey, no, seriously, man. Thank you, brother, for coming on, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Much love to everybody in that super chat, bro. Thank you. Clesser Johnson says, he said, I'm crying, laughing. Hey, because that's the truth. And that has been the truth. Look, man, he told the truth. Isaiah told the truth. Look, man, you know that man don't want no parts of Gervonta Davis. And yes, he would have fought him if he had to, but he never had to because he was already under contracts. They were paying him good money. And you guys were out here clout chasing Gervonta the entire time, okay? Now, as far as the rest of those dudes, I already told you he's not fighting Shakur because he ain't beating Shakur, dog. He ain't cashing that in. Hey, Wilbur Rogers says some support. Thank you, brother. Oh, man, thank you, man. For the $2 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Terrence Crawford paved the way for Devin, path of least resistance. What he said? Damari, was this Deanna Van Figueroa said, what the hell was that? It was a guy being honest, is what it was. It was a guy being honest. He was saying what he thought. And I don't have a problem with what you thought. I was like, However, when it came down to it, and we started talking about that fighting, the truth came out. The only person to fight any one of the four kings is Gervonta. And Gervonta is splitting dudes' wigs. Splitting them. Devin is going to get hit by Gervonta, and Devin cannot keep Gervonta off of him. That is a almost guaranteed concussion for Devin Haney trying to fight Gervonta Davis. And Gervonta Davis absolutely, positively ain't got no problem doing it to him. He already made his money. Man, since when Ryan become a king? He was a king in the beginning. The four kings. He was a king when Hey, watch this. Jay Lex. He was a king when Devin was trying to fight him. He was a king when Devin was trying to fight him. He was a king when Devin was trying to fight him. That's when he was a king. Right around that time. Dog. Look, man. You guys did this to Devin. You all did this to Devin. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. When we, what is the word? When we practice to deceive. Oh, what a tangled web we leave. When first we, here, let me get the saying. Oh, what a tangled weave. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. When first we practice to deceive. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. When first we practice to deceive. And you all have been deceiving for 4 years. And you are now wrapped up in all of it. Any way you move, he's ducking. Anything you do, he's done everything. He's ducked. He's literally called all these guys out before, with the example of Skakur. He called out Gervonta. He's not going to fight him, even though he called him out. He fought Teofimo. He ain't willing to sacrifice and fight Teofimo, even though he called him out. He ain't willing to fight Lomachenko, even though he fought Lomachenko. He called him out, but Lomachenko beat him up, but now he don't want the rematch. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. And I've been sitting here for 4 years watching y'all do it. So don't act like I didn't tell you then. Will you please stop? Will you please stop? I'm telling you, please put the fentanyl down. You guys think this is good stuff. It's not good stuff. It's going to kill you. I like Devin Haney. Please stop putting that. You're backing Devin into a corner. How many times have I told you that? You're backing Devin into a corner. You're backing Devin into a corner. You're backing into a corner. You're backing him into a corner he won't get out of. Dude, stop trying to put this man in a corner. But would you stop? Would you stop? Mr. Pragmatic in the building. Thank you, brother. Ugandan Warrior said something. I see you, Ugandan Warrior. My guy, Cluster Johnson, said Devin wants a path of least resistance. Yes, he wants a path of most money. The gig is up. You can't punch. The gig is up. The gig is up. You can't punch. You got all the skills in the world. You're missing a little bit of the talent. That's the problem. He's missing a little bit of the talent called being able to hurt somebody. He said, Ugandan Warrior says, so Loma, not a king. Will you stop with the cornball? So Loma, not a king. Will you stop with the cornball? What do you mean he's not a king? Loma's not a king. No, he was not part of the 4 kings. No, he wasn't. What? The 4 kings were Gervonta Davis, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, and Teofimo Lopez. They're the 4 kings. What? Would you like me to pull it up, you bozo? Those are the 4 kings. The 4 young fighters that were all at the same weight class at the same time. They were the future of the lightweight division. And no, Lomachenko was not one of them. Dummy. Are you king? Are you king? Or did you just want to say something stupid? Mike Kirkland said, I think it's Bill Haney ducking. Devin will fight if told by Bill, even though he probably lose. Just my opinion. That may be true. That's why I'm saying I'm not putting a lot of this on Devin. I'm putting it on the people around him. I am putting it on the people around Devin. 100% on the people around him. Hey, Melvin Hall, brother. Much love, brother. Stone Alone in the building. Thank you for that $5 holler, Stone Alone. And my guy, Cal Cooler said, so what happens when Regis and Dev can't agree by the 21st is the deal isn't signed? Oh, it means that he'll be ordered to fight Shakur Stevenson. And then you can look forward to him dropping the belt. What's going to happen is that Diddy's going to drop the WBC belt. That's what's going to happen. But more than likely, he's going to fight Regis Prograis. More than likely. And he's probably going to get stuck on a multi-fight deal with DAZN. Right there. That's probably what's going to happen. He's going to partner back up with Matchroom. That's what I think is going to happen. It seems like the most sound, logical business decision. Geraldo Valencia said, "Do you think what do you think about Prograis versus Dev? Love your channel. Keep up the grind." Thank you, brother. Oh, I like the fight. I think it'll be a good fight. I like Regis Prograis. It's a good fight. It's a good fight where Devin is going to try to fight just like that last guy did. It's a fight. I like Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis is not a soft touch. Regis Prograis is a tough dude who can crack. So, but I will tell you that it is the least interesting of all the other fights, though. Between Gervonta, Shakur, Teofimo, Lomachenko, and Prograis, I would say it's the least, but they're all good fights. All of those fights are good fights. That's where I do agree with Twitter when there's some guys on Twitter that say that. It is it is, because guess what? He's the only guy there that is looking at weight classes in 2 divisions. But drop the belts and move on. And then he fights Regis Prograis, and he'll be back on DAZN. And then I'm telling you, from there on, it's going to be what it's going to be. But I don't mind the fight. My thing is more the Devin Haney fans. And I want you guys to be very clear. I don't have a problem with Devin. I wish Devin nothing but the best in his life, man. Seriously. Health, wealth. I hope for him to be healthy, wealthy, and wise for all of his life. I do not have a dislike for Devin Haney at all, despite the cornball excuses you guys make for me battering your ridiculousness. Because Devin's not saying most of this. You are. Top of the morning to my guy, Stone Alone. Thank you, brother. He supports in the Cash App and the Super Chat. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. Ray Davis in the building said, Snack got 2 things in common, ducking and clout chasing. Much love, brother. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ray Davis. And my guy, what's going on, Mr. Jones? He said, keep up the good work. Best boxing channel out there. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of unfair, though. I have to make an admission about that whole best boxing channel thing out here. It's a little bit unfair, man. I'm going to slide down to the end. First of all, let's just be real who the man is. The man is Gervonta. Devin about to go jump back in there under a nice, cushy, guaranteed contract, taking fights that he can win. Because that's not a good look with him and Gervonta. He's not going to be Gervonta. He's not going to be Shakur. And in fact, I do think Shakur is favored to win. Let me see the odds real quick. Let's see if they got any odds out here for that fight. Just anybody. I don't know. I remember they don't have odds out. They didn't do the odds. Mariano, what's going on, man? Said big respect for Devin either way. No tune-up fights. Tune-up fights. Regis right at 140. Let's go. I mean, it is what it is. He takes the fight. I'm not. Hey, look, like I said, if you just say you can't make the weight and you're going to move up, I wouldn't have a problem with any of this. It's acting like these guys are ducking you. That's the problem for me. That's the problem I have. Young man Henry, WBC just ordered Shakur mandatory for Haney. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. They didn't order it yet. He's been saying that, though. Been saying what? Oh, man, that's huge. David Williams, thank you, brother. Wow, thank you, bro. He said, Fanon, Bill should have told his son to never let your mouth write a check your butt can't cash. But can't cash. I found out the hard way by going to high school where everybody had a fight game, even the nerds. Shout out to Ben Franklin High School in Findlay. Hit that gong. No, they did not order it, dude. They did not order it. Okay, they did not order it. They did not order it. No, they did not order it last night. You guys got to pay attention to what people said. He said that he is the mandatory and he will order it on the 21st, that he has until the 21st. Please pay attention to the details. Please pay attention to the details. I am not in the business of telling you stuff that is half true. What Mauricio Suleiman said to Broadway Joel was that Devin Haney has until the 21st to agree to a fight with Regis Prograis and decide whether he is going to 140 or whether he is staying. I saw you, man. Or whether he's going to stay at 135. He has until the 21st. This is the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. He's got 4 days to make up his mind, or they're going to order the fight. That's what they said. Please, look, man, I get really tired of these YouTube channels who cut corners. I'm not trying to cut corners with you. I know what Mauricio Suleiman said, and I am repeating what that man said. Oh, my bad, Richard Paris in the building. Yes, sir. Man, my bad, brother. My bad. King of the PayPal. Sorry, brother. Richard Paris is like the best ever, bro. I swear to God, Richard Paris. Thank you so. First of all, to all you guys that are really big supporters of the channel, bro. How did that happen? Hold on one second. Hey, Richard Paris in the building with that $5 holler said, Haney's displaying superior matchmaking skills right now. Big Bill won his son safe. That's all. Yep. 100%, bro. 100%. And Richard Paris back in that PayPal said that close fight, Loma fight, got him shook. In the performance T.O. put on, made him a no-no. We all know they scared to death of Tank and Shakur taking that O. So they want Regis. They think they underestimate, which I think they underestimating, like they did Lomachenko. Shh. Richard Paris, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Because the block is hot. The block is hot. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to him. Don't say nothing to him. Don't tell him what the deal is. Don't tell him what the deal is. Don't tell him what the deal is. And I mean that. Don't tell him what the deal is. Shh. Shh. Don't tell him Regis won that fight that way. Don't tell him. Hey, Mr. Thomas said, just tell him sign the contract. Much love for that $2 holler, brother. Yeah, the block is hot. The block is hot. The block is hot, man. Dev was calling out Regis before the fight. Y'all just be saying anything. He calls out everybody. Hit the link. So what? You think so? Look, bro. You think so? Click the link, Dev fans. Click the link. Click the link. Click the link. Click the link. Look, man, Devin's called out everybody. That's the problem. Stop calling out everybody. Stop calling out everybody. And you wouldn't be in this problem. Stop calling out everybody. Stop calling everybody a duck. All that aggression, you got too much aggression. Stop crying, playing the victim and the hero at the same time. Hey, what's going on, man? Kid the Great, man. Much love in that $1 holler, bro. Says super chat. Missed. Peace and blessings. Yes, sure. I'm sorry, Kid the Great. Let me go back. Thank you, Kid the Great. Ugh. Hold on one second. The Ugandan warrior. Hold on one second, man. Kid the Great, I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. Gerardo Valencia said, I'm not sure if this is true, but heard Mayweather say that Devin can't always box. At some point, you're going to have to fight. Your thoughts? That's the truth. You can't always outbox everybody. At some point in time, you're going to have to. M. Chet in the building. What's going on? I did miss M. Chet. Funny how everybody. Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't show up. Okay, we got two more. I think that's 100% true. Some people are going to make you fight. Like Lomachenko did. He's going to have to fight, and he did fight. And he did fight against him. And he did fight against Lomachenko. He wasn't able to outbox Lomachenko. He tried to get gritty with Lomachenko. It didn't work. Dude, I'm telling you, Lomachenko saw every pattern he had. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, man, dude, man, you got to get that kid with another trainer. And I mean it, bro. Devin, dude, I think Devin should have. I don't know, man. We'll see if that. You saw what a really good trainer did for Frank Martin when he needed it, right? When that's what they do. And I've been saying this, man. Jack of all trades, master of none was going to get you beat. You got to be really good at something. Like, for example, me and you guys trying to pull the wool over my eyes with a bunch of yak. It's not going to work. I'm very good at that. And I'm going to rely upon that every time y'all start trying to get up here talking. Okay? Going to do it. Derek James is a very good trainer. He knows he is a trainer. He's been developing fighters. He's focused on it. That's what he does. Nacho Beristain is not a manager. He's a trainer. That's what he does. It's what he does. Bill Haney is a promoter, a manager, a trainer. All of these things. You cannot be doing the best at any one particular thing if you're doing all three of those. That's just how the world works. Cal Cooler said, last question, OG. Hey, man, ask me as many orange questions as you want. Hey, I'm just thinking, how could this be so? Last question, OG. I'm just thinking out how this could go bad. So there is a tight deadline, and is the deadline satisfied if the deal isn't signed and agreed to? If they say, I would suspect this. If they say that if they notify Mauricio Suleiman, any way, shape, or form that they notify Mauricio Suleiman that they are going to fight, either do one or the other, the other's off the table. The other is off the table immediately. As soon as you tell Mauricio Suleiman. Unless you call him back 30 seconds later. It's off the table. I see you, Thomas Hill. M. Chet in the building said, funny how everybody want to fight when you outgrow the division. He didn't outgrow the division. What are you talking about? Who outgrew the division? He's not saying he outgrew the division. He just made an offer to fight Shakur Stevenson. And he told Shakur Stevenson to see, I'm telling you, I'm gonna leave this here for a second, M. Chet. I'm gonna leave this here for you for a second, M. Chet. And explain to you exactly how you guys always get Devin in trouble when you open your mouth. What's going on, Thomas Hill?
Good morning to you, Fanon. Good morning to all my kings and queens in the chat, man. I got much love for everybody. First and foremost, I just want to say, man, I hope that this thing with Dev that happened with this felony charge, it passes him. I know Rick Tim said it's pretty open and cut, especially when you get it good lawyers. So hopefully it goes well. Also heard last night that from a very good source, Knockout, that BFTV talks to Devin on a regular, and that Regis Pro fight is almost but signed. So he ain't fighting Tank. He damn sure not fighting Shakur, who's on the same side of the tracks. And like you said, it's always been for clout with Tank. I hate to say it, but that's the only time it seems like he called his name to big up him with himself or pushes his name forward. Where I come from, like when you do a whole lot of talking and stuff like that, people in the neighborhood, people who support the other person doing the talking, say, oh, it's time to let them hands go. I don't understand why people who follow Devin so hard and ride so hard hear him say all these things and then backpedal on it like he on a 10 speed. That ain't cool. I know that, you know, what has been said about Team Haney, well, mainly his dad. All right, appreciate that. Team Haney been sorry about that. Team Haney been paying people to be up to be up in the chats and everything like that and move his name forward and push propaganda. I'm starting to believe it now. I'm starting to believe it wholeheartedly because
let me stop you right there. I will verify you that they do that. I can verify it. So go ahead. Of course, it's not nobody. Have you ever heard them deny it?
No, I never heard them deny it, but I'm seeing so many people from different platforms that are pushing a narrative about Haney that isn't so, because we can see for our own eyes. Listen, what he said, that's everything. I don't see anything else. So yeah, definitely do that, man. Sorry about that. Have a good one. Yeah, he sent me home, bro.
All right, Thomas, man. What's up, man?
Okay, yeah, I'm back. Also, I just wanted to say that I'm gonna send a cash app too. I was gonna put it in the cash app, but I got kind of called in to work early, so I'm moving around doing a whole lot of stuff right now, so it's hectic. But
yeah, just hit me back, man, because you at work, man. Hit me back.
Oh no, this is it right here. I'm gonna say this last three, and I'm gonna be done. I was hoping, since Terry Smooth Jr. over there trolling and not on his job, if we can get a wrench for GT Parker, all funny video, And is it Isaiah Yahel Yisrael?
Oh, yeah, that's new. Yeah, for sure. We can do that.
For sure. And hey, thanks again, man. I always love the content. Thanks for the perspective and being honest, man, and pointing out the flaws. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's all good, Thomas. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, next Friday.
All right. Hey, now M Chet. Anthony McQueen, real quick. Hey, I'm sorry, man. Come on. The King Jam in the building. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much for that support, bro. Hey, put a name. Hey, Thomas Hill, put the names in there somewhere in the chat so I know exactly who you're talking about. John, you filling in for John. You filling in for John. Filling in for for John Bowie in getting people wrenches. I don't have no problems with that. Let me tell you, bro. Let's talk about this for a second, bro. First of all, you know he's not going to fight him. I told you that he wasn't going to fight him. I don't need to talk to Bill Haney or Devin Haney or anybody to know what their choices are and to know what most likely they're going to do. Dude, they just got beat up by Lomachenko. But you right here, Chet, M. Chet. Funny how everybody want to fight when you outgrow the weight division. Shakur Stevenson was calling out Devin Haney when Devin Haney was in the ring after the Lomachenko fight. Devin Haney made an offer to fight Shakur Stevenson. Lomachenko actually fought Devin Haney when Devin Haney was in the weight class. So I don't get this funny how everybody want to fight you when you grow out the division. No, they've said that they wanted to fight him. Frank Martin said that he wanted to fight him before he got in the ring with Lomachenko. What do you mean? Gervonta Davis said last year he would fight him. He said, okay, you doing all that talking. When I get done beating Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia, I'm coming for you, Devin Haney, you. He said, I'm coming for you, Devin, you. That's what he said. And Devin is still in the weight division. As of right now, Devin is still in the weight division. So how in the world, he still hasn't made up his mind whether he's leaving. Now let's get to this next little bit of silliness, M. Chat. Tank has fight at 140. If you want, we'll see it. No, you will not see it. You will not see him fight. He has nothing to offer, like you like to say. What does he have to offer Gervonta Davis at 140 pounds? The only thing that Devin Haney has to offer people are the belts he has. That's it. He got Regis. He can offer Regis Prograis something though. He can offer Regis Prograis a good fight though. Regis, because as if you know, Regis can't get Ramirez to fight him. Couldn't get. I don't think Barbosa wanted to fight him. Had a bunch of dudes pulling out of fights and not making fights with Regis Prograis. So Regis Prograis, he has something to offer Regis Prograis. He has a name. He has a name and an undefeated record to beat to offer Regis Prograis. But what does he have to offer anybody else? Nothing. What does he have to offer Teofimo Lopez? Nothing. What does he have to offer? Because he can fight Jose Ramirez. What's he got to fight? What's he got to offer Gervonta with no belts in at 140? Nothing. Not a thing. Not a thing. What's he got to offer Shakur? Nothing. Not a thing. Lomachenko? Nothing. According to you all's logic. And again, we're living in Devin Haney logic land. We're living in the words that you put out of your pie holes. And shame on you for doing it. And shame on you for doing it. Tank said he ain't. Well, exactly. Well, Tank said he ain't bothered by the belts. But so what does Devin have to offer him? What is so good? So drop the WBC belt, drop the 160, the WBC belt, and fight Tank. Or do you want the fight at 130? Or you want the fight at 140? What's good to my guy? Hey, Gerardo Valencia. Gerardo Valencia said, just because, hit that gong for me. Yes, sir. Why you got to drop the belts just to fight Tank? So because the WBC is going to strip you. Let me tell you why the WBC is going to strip you. Because you don't make that much money for them. The WBC don't like you. That's why. WBC didn't appreciate all that drama. I'm telling you, man, burn them bridges. The WBC's like, you got 5 minutes. You on the clock. The WBC said, dog, you on the clock. Come on. Hey, you got 5 more minutes to make up your mind or we pushing. Stop. Hey, these dudes can think you some big old star. I don't think you that. You're not Canelo, man. You're not Canelo. Anyway, Haney was dropping sparring of Hector, saying Tank cheated. Talked about him for years when calling out Regis. That's clout chasing. Used Gary, then fought Gamboa. Used T.O., but didn't go to ESPN until Cam got the belts. Don't forget, also talking about Gervonta, but left Showtime, which would have gotten them that fight. Hell yeah, he's on that. You're on that clock. And you know, Eddie not giving you what all that do, man. Hey, much love in that super chat to Zenith 360 and GM. Haney is going to let them strip his belts one by one. This is the most clown-ish you could do. Look, tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. What is clown? Let me tell you, seriously, man. Really, really and truly, I have to reiterate this. Devin Haney is a very good fighter. Devin Haney could move up to be from the undisputed championship at 135, move up and fight Regis Prograis for the WBC belt. And that is not a bad move for him. If you only consider his options, I would have no problem with it whatsoever. Good job at 135. You accomplished what you want to accomplish. Now you're going to go fight Regis Prograis, who's not a soft touch, at 135. There you go. No problem with the fight. Right? I wouldn't have a problem with it. And again, that's why I try to separate Devin from you people. You people who have been framing all these other fighters for ducks. Ugandan idiot. Hey man, please stop doing this to Uganda. Okay? You got to be some type of racist, bro. Please stop putting this type of stupidity. Stop putting this stupidity on hold on a second, man. I gotta check you, dog, because you out here $2 hollering me with ridiculousness. So we're about to go see exactly when you started this silly page you got going on here. You people, I'm telling you, it's you people. You guys are the problems here. You all are the problem. You started off being the solution to problems. Yeah, you made this up 2 days ago. You're a racist, more than likely. So let's go ahead and block you. And not paying you any attention, King. Because I know you're not well, bro. I know that's still you, King. Okay. Oh, I almost moderated you instead of blocking you. Let's just go ahead and put you out of here. There you go. Get on out. See you later. See you later. That type of ridiculousness is from somebody that has already been put out of a chat. You're out here talking about Uganda, making Uganda bad. All right, maybe you think I'm going to crack a joke about Uganda or something. I don't know. What's wrong with you, though? But here's this link. That is not what he said. Chet, hit the link. Or you got 2 more comments, Chet. Hit the link, bro. You're a bot. Hit the link. Hit the link. You're a bot. Have some courage. Let people hear your voice. When you let that ridiculousness pour out of your mouth. That man just made an offer to fight Shakur Stevenson at 135. He literally just made an offer to fight Shakur Stevenson at 135. If you know you're moving up, why do you make the offer? Somebody enlighten me. Hey, Chillville in the building. Said Team Crawford with the $5 holler, brother. Much love and that support for team. About to take that L. What's going on, team? But Chillville, my new. Yes, sir. Sue Smooper. What are you talking about? Smooper? What's Smooper talking about? Exactly. So y'all are admitting the offer was bogus, just want to keep the fight from happening. Again, what did I tell you when they made the offer to Shakur Stevenson? I put a tweet out. I'm going to show my tweet. What did I say on Twitter? Let's go to Twitter. I'm going to my profile on Twitter. And I'm going to boast about myself. Man, I swear, sometimes I tweet more than I know, more than I thought I did. Hold on a second. Here we go. My tweet was this, and I did this on July 3rd. So it's been a couple weeks since I did this. And I maintain what I said is the truth. You all know dang well that man don't want to lose to Shakur. But okay, let's pretend that the purse splits are the issue. Shakur could say yes to 5% and it won't happen. Just like Fury and his 30% to Usyk, take it and it will be something else. And I maintain that is the same position. Fanon, I will enlighten you. He wanted to look like he wanted the fight. because they're just, generally speaking, very dishonest. Oh, I know what they meant. They want, because the man, this is what happened. Shakur Stevenson got in the ring with Devin Haney, and Devin Haney walked out of the ring. Before that, they said the fight would happen somewhere down the line, later down the line. Maybe it'll happen in the future. He never wanted the fight with Shakur. Never wanted the fight with Shakur. Dank Lucane in the building. Said Big Fanon out here. Much love. Thank you for that $2 holler, brother. I got you, Dank Lucane. Thank you, brother, for that $2 holler, brother. And also, Mr. Pragmatic in the building said, Team Spence, baby. Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Pragmatic, bro, thank you so much for continuing to support the channel, bro. And shout out to your wife with that great brain she got. Man. That is one heck of a score. Devin's fight does not earn them money. No, yeah, he's the biggest guaranteed. You act like that's a big, all that means is that he's expensive. That's what that means. It means he's expensive. So, no, but here's the link. Any and all topics are welcome. Any and all topics are welcome at this point in time in the show. Okay? I'm still wilding on that LSAT score. Like, I want to go study for it again just to be like, God, dog, let me see what I can do to do that. I don't want to hear Tank name again from Haney or his fans. I'm going to tell you right now, I am really disappointed in Haney fans. You guys have really wasted a lot of energy, bro, and a lot of goodwill. You guys have really blown a lot of goodwill. You know, me may not think that you have, but at the end of the day, man, I think you've cost Devin Haney. Devin Haney is going to win at the end because he's making a lot of money. But at the end of the day, bro, what a way to ruin a career. You guys ruined the joy out of watching the kid. I used to root for him. Was rooting for him. I would still root for him over Teofimo Lopez. But I ain't gonna lie, dog. I found myself sitting there just looking at y'all like, I see you Chillville, but your device is not connected. Sounds like hate. Hit the link. Doesn't sound anything like hate to me. What's going on, Chill? What's happening?
Hey, what's up, my brother? How you doing?
Man, I can't qualify. What's good with you?
Man, just calling to tell you once again, I enjoy your show every morning. Some mornings I get a little in my feelings about dissing my boy Crawford, man. But you know what, man? Everything you say, I hate to admit it, but about 99.9% of the things that you say are correct. And man, the corn flipping thing, man, I'm like, dude, really?
Corn flipping? What you talking about?
You know, they supposed to flip a coin to see who walk out first. Oh my God. Man, listen, man. And you know, like I've met Spence a few times. Dude, cool, man. And you can tell Spence not lying about really anything. And it does seem like my boy was moving the goalpost to make the fight. But I am glad that he did make the fight. I am glad that he didn't duck Spence. And I actually believe Terrence is really going to dominate Spence. I believe it's because looking at Frank, man, hey, listen, Frank Martin, that fight was a draw, dude. Man, dude didn't look good against a David. What was the guy that Crawford fought? David Avenese.
David, I've been sneezing.
Yeah, right. Hey, listen, that guy was equivalent to David. And Frank Martin need to really listen, man. I don't even like Devin Haney. Frank Martin can't beat Haney. I don't think Frank Martin.
To do with Arrow?
But well, because when I look at I'm watching how all of the guys talk about how they training with fundamentals. I'm sure Mr. Derrick James was training all them guys basically the same. I mean, he's brushing up everybody's fundamentals. And if Frank looked that bad against a mover, well, not say look bad. He needed some more cardio or something, or did the dude just go to his body and slow him down, or was that just how he is? Because he was fighting in spurts like Canelo saw himself. If that dude didn't take that knee, I say that guy won that fight by 1 round.
If.
But I think it was a draw though, Noob.
I can't argue with you because I didn't score the fight.
Oh, okay.
I didn't. Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't argue because I can't argue with that because I didn't score the fight. However, I will tell you there's a big difference between Frank Martin and Errol Spence. Errol Spence been with Derrick James since Errol was like 15. Like what was he? 16, something like that. He was with him as an amateur. He's with him all the way through the pros. Like he was built by Derrick James, which is different than Frank Martin, who got with Derrick James once he was already professional, right? But also I think that what I did notice though, and this is what was encouraging to me, if it was a draw, it was because of him walking that man down, him going to that body and wearing that dude down, and doing what Derrick James told him to do.
Yep.
So,
great point.
You know?
Yeah. Hey, Noob, let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
Looking at Crawford's body frame now, how do you think they're preparing to fight Spence? Do you think he's going to box? Or do you think he's going to try to really bag Spence up?
I think he's gonna try to catch. I think he's gonna fight the way he always fights. That's what I think. Except for I think he's gonna throw a lot of jabs out in the first round. I think he's gonna be more active with a pawing jab and try to look to counter Errol's jab. I think he's gonna keep a jab. I think he's gonna try to keep a jab in Errol's face a little bit more than he usually does, to kind of be more active. And yeah, but other than that, I think he's going to look to try to hit Errol in between shots, and at points in time when he gets hit, I think he's going to try to push forward, and I think he's going to try to get Errol, and try to intimidate Errol, hit Errol with something big, and get Errol off him. But honestly, man, I expect the same thing out of Terrence Crawford that he always does. He's going to come out orthodox for a couple seconds. He's going to flip to southpaw, and he's going to fight him in the southpaw stance. He's going to be looking. He's going to be backing up the majority of the fight, trying to maintain his space. He may move left to right, but with all the bulk that he has, I don't see just the more muscle you have, the less likely it is that he's going to be moving around and fighting the way that he did at 140 against Postal and those guys. But honestly, man, it's going to be interesting to see. I can't tell you that I can foresee that all the way. I know that Errol's going to be using that jab to the body, to that head, and he's going to be blocking shots of Terrence Crawford. He's not going to be trying to slip shots. He's not going to slip shots a lot. Terrence is going to try to catch him on the second and third punches of combinations. He's going to try to feint him. He's going to try to do a lot of all of that, all of the stuff that he usually does. I don't think he's going to get too far out of character. I don't expect a whole brand new Terrence Crawford out there. Okay. That's how I see it. But we'll see.
Hey, one thing I can say, if my boy starts off slow and he give up the first 2 rounds, he will not beat Spence. If he give up the first 2 rounds, because one thing I do know about Spence, he is going to throw about 80 to 100 punches per round. And hey, I'm a die-hard Crawford fan. He need to split rounds 1 and 2. Them rounds need to go back and forth. He cannot start slow. If he give up 2 rounds, hey,
but don't worry about. Watch this. Don't worry. If you're listening to the commentators on Showtime, don't worry. Steve Farrell's gonna give him the first 2 rounds. Don't worry about it.
First Frank, 5, really, right?
Yeah. Don't worry. That's a Showtime fighter.
You're right.
Bob, don't worry about it. Showtime, is gonna call that fight for Bud. You better believe it. Like,
Yeah.
them dudes is terrible, dog.
Man.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
hey, I appreciate you though, bro. Thank
Okay,
you.
Nuke. All right.
All right, man. Get back with you, Fire.
I knew.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know they about to call. You know Arrow gonna be down 12 rounds to nothing on Steve Farhood's card. No doubt about it. Hey, my guy, what's going on, man? My guy, Yannick Smith, Yannick in the building. What's going on? He says Spence all day strap season. Yes, sir, brother. All day strap season. M Chet. And my guy was T Hill said wrench for funny video GT Park. Oh, funny video GT Parker and Isaiah. Yeah, well, much love, man. So much for that support, bro. Yeah, I got you. Hey, if y'all, if for all funny video, if y'all can put a comment in the comment section so I got to look for you, it'll be great. 13 Indo said your boy bragging about 11 KOs of Uber drivers. Hey, man, we'll see. Nah, these dudes realistic. You talking about, hey, man, he's a diehard fan of his guy. He's going to ride with his guy. I could care less about Maxie Hughes. Man, hey, dog, if that Maxie Hughes wins that fight, bro, I'm going to be laughing at y'all. You better believe it. I'm going to be laughing at y'all something heavy. Thank Luke Kane in the building. What's up? Said, hey, man, for now, what you think about Arturum versus Kambosos? He commented back and said, yes, brother. Oh, I got Arturum beating him. I think that dude showed he's a good fighter. I think he showed he's a good fighter. Very experienced fighter, even though he's got 12. Can we add the link? Yeah, the link is right here. There you go. Nah, Devin can move, man. Devin early in his career had some wheels. Man, Devin used to fight where he wouldn't stand still. On Showbox, he's running all over the place. Yes, hey, yes, please and thank you. Auntie Black Cherry said, let's get the likes up. Let me check the like tail. Let me tell you the likes on the DuckTale video. Oh, man, come on. We can get to 500 likes now. Come on now. Y'all know y'all can get the like. Y'all can get to 500 likes now. I know you can. All right. Yeah, there's a link, man. Hit the link. Oh, yeah. Yes, he was trying to fight. Look, yes, Devin Haney was trying. Look, yes, he had a plan to fight Barbosa. Because he said, can I get an extra 24 hours after Teofimo Lopez decides whether or not I'm going to go and fight for the WBO. He didn't want to wait until he wanted to wait until after Teofimo Lopez made his decision about whether or not he was going to take the WBO route. He was going to take that WBO route, bro. I don't know if he was or wasn't. But I always thought he was going to, you knew he's going to move up weight. What's up, man? What's going on, Upper Echelon?
Shalom, King. Shalom, King. Peace and blessings to the chat. Had to come through, get my daily take. From a man, Chillville. Let me explain something to you, buddy. You know, this is no knock on your boxing IQ or you watching boxing. You know, some people. What I was saying is, Frank Martin, Jamil Charlo, and Earl Spence has 3 different fighting styles. And if you've seen the AJ's interview, AJ even said Derrick James teaches him a style and he's making it his own. Hold on one second. Can you hear me? Okay. Frank Martin, if you watch any of Frank Martin's fights, Frank Martin is a pull counter specialist. Frank Martin sits back and he hits people with the pull counter. I've done a highlight video on all three of them guys right there months ago. But Frank Martin, he's like a snake. He pulls back and he catches people with the pull counter. He's not really an active as a fighter as much as Jermell Charlo and Earl Spence. Frank Martin, he fights in spurt. He's a counter puncher. He sits back, he catches the person with a shot, and he's good at that pull counter. He called Hardison with that pull counter a few times. And one thing about Hardison, like I said before, he's a 140-pounder that fought at 135. He's a big, solid guy, undefeated with 7 knockouts. He has power, and he has a rangy style, and he's an excellent boxer. The man had over 230 wins in the amateur. I think it was like 238-12. And to beat 238 people, you have to have some type of skill. And he was a bronze medalist. So, you know, that's called skill. That's out of the world. But Hardison was a great fighter. Well, he's a B-level, a good B-level fighter that would beat, he'd beat Kambosos. He'd beat the heck out of Kambosos. Especially if Devin Haney beat that man with one arm. But like I was saying, Frank Martin, he practices the pull counter. He doesn't have an aggressive style like Earl and Jermell Charlo. That's Frank Martin's style. But when he gets you hurt, he gets you up out of there. But this is his style because he hasn't been with Derrick James them as long. So, you know, he's developing Derrick James, giving him tools to do what he got to do right then. As he gets better, he might approach the more style like Earl and more like Charlo. But Jermell Charlo's style is different from Earl because Jermell Charlo, he fights as a boxer puncher and also as a pure boxer as well. He has both skills. He moves around and he shucks and jives and he punches. He catches people on counters as well. He catches people coming in. And he's good with the jab. He's good at the range. Earl is great in every aspect of boxing. But Earl chooses not to use the range. Earl chooses to bulldoze people. Like he said, I can do that boxing punch and I can do all that, but I'm just about to go back to bulldozing people because Earl is built for it tough. You know what I'm saying? Earl is ready to get heavy. He gets in there, the downing, the nitty gritty. Earl gonna get in there and get you up out of there because he sees this the easiest way, the best way is fundamentally. And if you take a man's body, the head will fall. So Earl knows to become a body snatcher, come in there, get you up out of there. It's works. Like Bud and them say, if it's broke, don't fix it. They not going. You can't fix what's great. But Bud and them they go fix something because Earl, he's gonna come in lighter than Bud. Watch, because Bud's put up a lot of weight, and Bud's gonna be a lot sluggish. And Bud, his legs ain't what they used to be. Them 35-year-old legs with extra weight on it, and he's gonna be stuck in front of Earl. And he doesn't have that bone-breaking, devastation, soul-touching, back-disrupting power that Earl has. He has stinging shots. He's going to be stinging Earl with bee stings while Earl hitting him with the...
You're breaking up. I'm going to wait for you. You got to back up a little bit, man.
Go ahead.
You were on bee stings. He doesn't have the back-baking punches. That's where you were before you went out.
Oh, damn. I was going on to Earl has that. Well, look, Derrick James is not just a teacher and a coach, but he's a philosopher of the art of boxing. He takes his student. He sees their attributes and what they got going for them, and he builds a plan around them like a good coach in football. He builds the team around the quarterback, around the defense. Like he makes the style fit for his fighter. And that's what he does for each individual fighter. That's why AJ said he helped me make my own style. Like Derrick James is going to teach you what you need to know fundamentally. Then he's going to give you little extra keys from your attributes that make you better. But, you know, that's my time for right now. And one thing before I go, Devin Haney fans, y'all thinking Regis Prograis a slow leak. You should have just took the tank fight and got that check because Regis going to be beating you for a lot less money. But I'm out.
Man, y'all ain't supposed to be saying nothing about that, dog. Don't say anything about that, dog. Don't say nothing about that Regis dude. The fact that that's out that they don't, because dog, I'm telling you, man, people don't. What's going on? Everything boxing in the building. What's up? Look, man. First and foremost, let me respond to something, man. Errol Spence is not the same fighter as Frank Martin is. They're two different people, and a trainer can only do so much. Okay? Frank Martin, however, won that fight. Just like Regis Prograis won that fight. Just like Jaron Ennis beat Karen Kukadjian. If you want to get on a bicycle and not fight, the other guy that you're not fighting is not going to look good because you're not fighting him. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened with Frank Martin, because it really wasn't what happened with Frank Martin. Frank Martin, I thought it was a good fight. They're both kind of going back and forth with each other. You know, Frank Martin was not able to just convincingly outbox him. So instead of trying to outbox him, Derek James was like, will you go beat this guy up and stop trying to make this a boxing match? Stop trying to look pretty. Do you want to win the fight? You want to look pretty or win the fight? You want to keep slipping shots like, oh, look at your defense? Or do you want to block some shots and go in there and start wearing them to the body, get them up and get them up out of there? Right? But if you have somebody that is not going to engage in a fight like what that guy did to Jaron Ennis and get out of there awake, and what that guy did with Regis Prograis, right, and not engage, but in very, like, literally periods of time, literally just sit there and stare at him and not move his hands at all. And Regis Prograis just looks at him like, really, dude, you're not going to try to fight at all. It's just, nope, I'm not going to try to fight at all. If you punch, I'm going to move. You know what I mean? But no, I'm not going to do that at all. Those guys lost those fights. It made it an ugly fight, but they lost the fight. If you decide to make a fight really ugly and make sure that there's not a lot of engagement going on, and so that the other guy isn't able to really get off, but neither do you, because you're not doing anything, don't be surprised when you turn around and lose the fight, because people don't want to reward you for stinking up the gym. Okay? So if Devin wants to fight like that guy against Regis Prograis, okay, no worries. Devin's going to keep his belt. No worry. Don't worry. You look good. You made Devin look bad. You made Regis look bad, but now Regis is going to keep his belt. There you go. Fight like that. You got to try to win the fight. You got to win the fight. Regis Prograis is not a soft touch. I'm not going to predict the fight because honestly, Devin did not look good in his last fight. There's too many. Neither Regis Prograis nor Devin Haney looked good in their last fight. And quite honestly, they both looked equally bad relative to what you expect from them. Devin Haney, and dude, seriously, I think Devin Haney, I scored the fight for Lomachenko. And I was really giving Devin, like, I didn't even want to say it because I was like, everybody's going to say I'm hating because I say that Devin won the fight. Oh, my God. Let me not. Oh, Lord. All the crybaby stuff y'all do. Can Devin take Tank's fight or has to take Shakur at 135? He can take it. He just needs to drop that 135 belt. He just needs to drop the WBC. He can take the fight. Fanon, you're going to call a Monster Inoue fight? You mean juiced up Monster Inoue, who didn't want to take them tests, who didn't like his random testing and move the date of the fight because he didn't have time to cycle off his dope? You mean the juiced up K-pop star? Yeah, I'm gonna be awake for that. I hope I will. Fanon has Devin hate. No, I don't. I like Devin. I have hate of y'all and the nonsense you guys kick and the fact that you guys are out here talking super crazy about people. Wow, y'all talk crazy about people. Really, I don't listen that much anymore. Oh, Dale McCray, by the way, I missed that. Dale McCray said, that guy's a bronze medalist. Shake my head. Yeah, he can fight. He only had 12 professional fights. But he had 250 amateurs, and he's 32 years old. You know what type? You know what? Thank you, Marcus E. Thank you, brother. You know what type of time he's on then. We now know the Eastern European, which I guess Germany is Eastern Europe. It's like right up on Eastern European and Armenian. You know how they roll. Those guys are fully developed fighters. They get in a few fights and now they're used to the 12 rounds. They're used to 12 rounds, right? They're used to 10. They're used to 12 rounds. And then boom, they're ready to fight at the top level because they've been fighting since they were 8 years old and they're now 32 years old. He looked K-pop for real. Yeah, he does. The juiced up K-pop star. Incel, what is this? D1 said they tried to contact Bill Haney and the team, and they declined and said they're 140 fighters. What are you talking about, D1? What are you talking about, D1? Devin was exposed, Fanon. People was really fooled that he was a Floyd Mayweather. And surprised, it turns out another Rolly. Dude, let me tell you something. Cass was on my neck about my thoughts on Devin Haney for like 4 years now. It's just personal with you. No, it isn't. What's up, Kamal?
Hey, Fanon, real quick, I just wanted you, if you could, to pull up Avocado's record, both in the pros, basically in the pros, and this guy, Haratunian's record, because the Bud Buddy who called in, and you're entitled to your own opinions, but you're not entitled to your own facts. Haratunian had much better pedigree on the amateur level than Abanesian did, period. He was undefeated, never been knocked down. Abanesian lost to Lamont Peterson on one of the PBC cards 7 years ago. And I was the first one who mentioned that on this channel, that I had seen Abanesian because I saw him lose to Lamont Peterson, lose every round. He'd been knocked out by green beans. So do not come in here and give fake information. Haratunian is on a much higher level than Avocado is. Avocado wasn't ranked in the top 10 in any of these sanctioning bodies. He was just a cherry pick. He did not have the pedigree that Haratunian did. Sorry, I can't be as eloquent as Upper Echelon. That's my guy. Upper Echelon drops dimes and stuff like that. He speaks it. He flows really well. But again, you're entitled to your own opinions, but you're not entitled to your own facts. Thanks, Fanon.
All right, man. Yeah, he's a better fighter than David Avenetian. Sucks, bro. Come on. David Avenetian had already been knocked out by somebody that he got knocked out by green beans before Terrence Crawford knocked out green beans. Come on, man. Come on. Let's be real with it. Let's be real with it. And hold on one second. What's this man's name? David Avenetian. And ain't fought since. It's been 7 months though. Yeah, man. Dude, he's a UK. He's fighting on a UK domestic level, bro. Fought on a Russian level. He got lost in his second fight against Andrei Klimov. Split decision against another dude. Lost a split draw. Didn't fight anybody. Lamont, he got beat by Lamont Peterson. Went back to UK. Lost to Egas Calvinakis by knockout in the United States. Went back to Spain. And went back to Europe. And he got knocked out in the United States. David Avenetian has fought in the United States 3 times, is 0-3 in the United States. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He beat Shane Mosley. That's his claim to fame. He beat Shane Mosley in 2016, a 49-9. A 49-9, Shane Mosley. We know what it is. Come on, it's David Avenetian. He's trash. You know he's a trash. We know he's trash. Let's not act like we don't know what's up with that. Hey, what's going on, Marshall Marr? He said, "What up, Fanon? First Jermel Charlo fan, this channel." Yes, sir. He said, "First Jermel Charlo fan, this channel." Oh, I'm a big Jermel Charlo fan. And what do you mean? Came out of retiring Shane Mosley. That's his big win. Dude, come on, man. Ain't nobody trying to. And you saw what he did in the fight, too. But whatever. It was a tune-up, though. It got him tuned up. He was in the ring. He was in the ring. So that is what it is. Oh, Lord. Okay, here you go. Watch this. Yes?
Hey, man, yo, I don't like you putting these juiced up jackets.
Like I said, we're going to have a conversation where you say, "Hey, how are you? What's up?" Just real quick. Salutations, man. Politeness is everything, son.
I said, "Hey, how are you?"
No, you didn't. But go ahead.
I was saying, man, you got to stop with these jackets on these foreign fighters that they're juiced up and all that. Did you have that same energy when Jermel Charlo got injured in his hand? He couldn't fight Tim Tszyu for over a year. Like, was he going off of his cycle too? Like, come on, man. It's just an excuse.
Do you know why I said that?
Go ahead, explain.
I just asked, do you know why I said it?
Explain. I don't know.
Sean Vitale, who is a journalist and for Fight Hype, is a member of the Boxing Writers Association of America. The first videographer ever to be a member of the Boxing Writers Association of America, said that Monster Inoue moved the date of the fight because he did not like the timing of the voluntary USADA testing.
So all of a sudden you believe in the Boxing Writers Association, huh? But you don't like Steve Kim.
What I said was,
you don't like Dougie Fisher.
I don't know if it's true.
You don't like them again. Okay.
I don't know.
Then don't put the jacket on them, man. That's all I'm saying. If you don't know if it's true or not.
I'm going to put that jacket exactly where I
said.
That's
an excuse. That's an excuse.
Like I said, you're not going to talk over me. I don't know. I didn't say that man tested positive. I was cracking a joke.
Juiced up. Oh, okay. If you're cracking a joke, then I take it back. And I take everything I said back.
I was cracking a joke. I called him. Do you think I think he's a K-pop star?
I think you might.
Do you think I think that he's a? Do you think I think that he's a? Do you think I meant that he's a K-pop star? You're gonna get mad about me calling him a K-pop star?
I don't care about that. I'm just saying you called him juiced up.
I'm just wondering if I say the juiced up K-pop star.
I don't care about the K-pop stuff. I'm just talking about juiced up.
No, but I do because I said juiced up K-pop star. So obviously, if you're gonna get upset with me, first of all, I didn't say he tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. All I said is the man didn't want to take the test.
You did. And he's a juiced up K-pop star.
But it was a joke. You mean the juiced up K-pop star? It was a joke.
I don't know if want to hear an excuse. It's July 26th. That's all.
Excuse for what?
Juiced up. If he gets knocked out.
Who did I predict would win the fight?
Because juiced up is a foreshadowing.
Who did I predict would win the fight?
Fulton. You got Fulton.
No, I didn't say anything. I never predicted the winner of the fight.
I've heard you talk.
You've never heard me say that. You've never heard me make a prediction of the fight.
So you're telling me you don't have Fulton?
I'm telling you, I said that I would like for him to win. I don't know because it's in Japan. He's a very, very good fighter. He has to go overseas. I don't know. That's what I said.
Can you name one robbery that happened in Japan?
I've said it a million times. Not a million times because you may take that literally. I have said that a bunch of times. I have not predicted that who was going to win that fight. I've not done it at all.
You said you favor Fulton to win.
I said I'd like for him to win, is what I said. I want him to win. He's from Philadelphia. He's from the United States. I'm rooting for the American. That's what I've said.
Fair enough. All right. All right, man. Thank you for having me.
You're mighty aggressive, man. You still got a lot of bass in your voice at certain times.
All right, man. I gotta go. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Juiced up, he's fighting a juiced up K-pop star. Not in Japan, but robberies always happen in a hometown. Man, look, let me tell you something. They try to get that man a cake. I ain't buying none of it. I ain't buying none of it, none of it. Okay? I do not trust these dudes and Monster in a way. I don't trust any of it. Okay? If you don't want to take your performance enhancing, you don't want to take your VADA tests because you don't like the timing, you don't like that it's random, and then you push the fight back. If what Sean Vitale said is true, that's suspect to me. Okay? I do not know if he's juiced up or not. I do not know if he's a K-pop star or not. He may have some albums out. I don't know. Let me see. Let me check. Let me check. Monster. Anyway. Let me see. Is he a K-pop star? He looks like he put some out. Monster Inouye music career. Come on, man. You know you put something out. Maybe they didn't put him in that factory. No, it does. I don't see anything about him putting any music out there. So I don't know whether he's a K-pop star or not, dog. I've never saw Japanese athletes juiced up. And so what? You've never seen a Japanese athlete juiced up. Let me see. Japanese athlete. PED use. Short speed skater Kai Seato has protested her innocence after becoming the first athlete to be suspended for positive drug tests. That didn't take long. First doping case of the 2018 Winter Olympics sees Japanese athlete sent home. Kai Seato tested positive for masking agent. Speed skater vows to fight potential suspension. There you go, right there. That was quick. How quick I got that. Real easy, real quick. Well, boxers, hey, let's see. Japanese says boxing commission to Izoka's urine sample. He popped dirty for that herb. Yeah, I don't want to know. Let me tell you something, dog. They got juice out there, okay? Let's just not act like they can't juice. We'll act like that, okay? Let's not act like he can't juice. Somebody out there can juice. I don't know if he's juicing or not. For nine, King just go to find a reason to disagree with you no matter, oh yeah, no doubt about it. And then he gets all aggressive with it. I don't like the way, man, let me tell you something, dog. Y'all need to take some of that bass out your voice, son. You need to take some of that bass out your voice while we talking, first and foremost. The Asian guy that plays for the LA Angels too, I think. Look, man, it is what it is. I don't know if that man's juicing or not. I don't know. I ain't saying that he is. All I'm saying is what them dudes said. It's plus 280 juicy. Kishina Agawa. You're tripping. Basilio Colon said David Ammunition is an ex-European champion in an excellent test for Terrence Crawford as preparation. Why you what? He's an excellent test for what? He's an excellent test. What? Because he's an ex-European champion? Is he? Let me see something, man. I can't believe I learned how to spell David Avenation. Avenation. Because he's a, what belt did this dude hold, you saying? What belt did he hold? Because he held the EBU. He held the EBU European welterweight title. This man went from fighting for the WBA world title, got knocked out for the Northern America, the NABF welterweight title. And then he went all the way down to get the EBU European title. He is a 4-time defending EBU welterweight title. Are you serious? This man is the 4-time defending EBU welterweight championship after he had already lost the NABF championship and the WBC championship. And then he moved up and fought for the WBO championship and got knocked out fighting for that. This man is 0-3 in world championship shots. 0-3 and got knocked out in 2 of them. What test is there in that? But okay. Man, let me tell you, I don't want y'all complaining about anybody else fights. You should be saying, man, come on, bro. Y'all should be saying that man, yeah. You all should just, I mean, no joke, bro. And I mean it, dog. Y'all should just be praising. You should be just praising these other guys for fights like, man, who? Since David Avenation is a good test. God, dog, you need to send, you need to tell that Adrian Bronner just fought that lawyer. That's a good test too, huh? He got the WIT Citywide Championship, man. EBU sounds like it's a regional champion. It is. It probably is. European B-level. B-level union. Who knows what? I don't even know what that means, man. What is that? What does that championship even mean? European Boxing Union, European World Title. The European Boxing Union. Hey, Leonard Bundu held it, though. Leonard Bundu held it for some years. Yeah, Leonard Bundu held it for some years, but hey, man, Leonard Bundu held that for some time. Bring Frankie Gavin, and yeah, I guess, okay. All right, if you say so. You know what I'm saying? If you say so. Lord have mercy, if you say so. All right, man, let me put a link in this chat, bro. Somebody want to jump on, or you know what the deal is. Hey, my guy Mario said, hey, Fanon, we need guys like that. Makes the channel interesting. Oh, yeah, it does. King serves a punch. That's why I let King on, dog. I kind of, you know. King is fun, bro. And hey, Midnight Boxing. King Said, great entertaining show. Appreciate the conversation. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Hey, thank you for the support, bro. No joke. No, I mean, hey, look, it is what it is, man. We like talking boxing, man. Ashley's Corner. I haven't read a comment from Ashley's Corner today. I want Tank to fight Devin. If not, then it don't matter. I'll take Frank, Shakur, Loma, Kambosos, undercard boxing. Exactly. I'll take whoever. He already did his job. Tank's already done his job. Tank has already done his job. I got 2 good fights out of him this year. Hector Garcia is a very underrated fight, man. I think Hector Garcia is definitely a harder fight than George Kambosos. Hey, Cologne said, I never complained for now. That's what's up. Are you good? What are you talking about, Basilio? Cologne, you don't comment a lot, but I like your comments. That guy that admitted Devin fans are weak punchers like him was funny to me. Oh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. He's like, look, we know he can't win the fight, man. I just like the guy. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it is. Y'all know that man is not. First of all, let's get to the Shakur fight. Dude, that man is not going to fight Shakur. He's not going to beat Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to maintain that. That man is not, dude, seriously, watch this. All right? You figure out what I'm saying. Gervonta, Ryan. Shakur, fill in the blank. Gervonta, Shakur. Gervonta, Ryan. Shakur, fill in the blank. And that's why you're not getting that fight. Any one of y'all lying, saying you think Devin Haney is going to win that fight, bro. Any of y'all lying, telling me that you all think that Devin Haney was going to actually beat Shakur Stevenson in that fight, bro. I have to doubt your honesty. I have to doubt your honesty. No joke. I doubt your honesty. Lomachenko. Age. Ugh. Devin. Youth. And they're right there. Shakur. Loma used to be here. Loma's now here. Age and size has pulled him down. And predictability, by the way. And predictability. People know what Lomachenko's going to do. Also, that's something I would like to share with you guys about Terrence Crawford. Bro, he fights. You guys keep acting like he's fighting different ways. What's going on, Lamar Jones?
Hey, Fanon, what's going on, man?
Man, I can't complain about a thing. What's good with you, sir?
Hey, man, I can't call it at work, but so I was listening to the Rise podcast yesterday, and if we can, well, not we, but if people can blindly believe anything Bill Haney said, Coach Kenny yesterday said the question came at him directly. Offer or negotiation started with Devin Haney on the Rise. Coach Kenny said yes. He went up to 140. Some people don't want the fight on the other side as much as we want it on this side. Came directly from Coach Kenny yesterday on the Rise podcast last night. So, and if, like I said, if people can't take that at face value, I mean, what is that saying? Clearly, you still have people rubbernecking for Devin Haney, but clearly this man said we reached out, whether or not terms were sent, however he worded it, he said an offer was sent. Now we know that probably wasn't a paper argument, but they probably reached out to say, hey, what are we going to do? So that hasn't been spoken upon yet. I don't know how popular that video was yesterday, but that happened yesterday, last night. That happened last night.
So they said
it was.
Let me get this right again. Let me make sure I understand.
Yeah.
He said that they made an offer to them for the fight.
Devin
and they turned
Haney.
it down and said they're at 140.
That's what Coach Kenny said on the Rise last night. So your time, you want to go through it. I can't remember what minute it was.
I'll trust you.
Yeah, but that happened. And still yet, it's glossed over. And people expect. And then my thing is, like, we as boxing fans, and people say, well, send the contract. How would we even ever know if a contract was actually sent and what's in the contract? Like, we just generally not privy to that information. So to say, oh, a side needs to send a contract, you just don't never know until one side says something was sent, and they don't even have to do that. Like, they don't have to do that to not know that they're trying to negotiate, but to put duck and say a side needs. You don't know. You don't know what Tank's team has done. So how can you keep pushing this? Send the contract. Okay, because now you're in the Haney camp, or now you're in Tank's camp to know that one was sent or negotiations were started, because you can't just blindly send a contract. Send a contract based off of what? We got to talk first. That's all. But yeah, that was on the Rise podcast last night, Fanon. He said that, and it's out there. So, and that's just all I got to say.
Well, then you know what that means by Devin Haney rules. That's a duck.
Absolutely.
That's a duck. All right, we got Corey Stapleton right behind you, brother.
All right, man.
Thank you. And you from Baltimore?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, because you say, what it do? Like, I got to get that accent down. What it do?
I'm from Baltimore. Yeah.
All right, brother.
All
get
right.
back with you, man.
Yeah.
What's going on, Corey?
Peace, brother.
Peace to you, sir.
Thanks for allowing me to come on.
Anytime, man.
Want to make a quick comment. My stepbrother, he's actually the nephew of Shakur's grandfather, Wally Moses. And I've been talking to him, and Shakur just wants a fair deal. That he just don't feel like he's worth more than 25%. That's all his beef is. You know, he would even take the 35, but not 25. He's not going for that. He's not. Tank. To me, I feel like Devin should just go ahead and fight Tank, man. Because to me, don't Tank have one of the belts?
Yeah, he's got the WBA world. Yeah.
So to me, if you go get that belt from Tank, then you're truly undisputed. To me.
Yeah, they ain't fighting him.
I know. Bill ain't dumb. He's not risking Devin's career against Shakur or Tank.
Nope.
But be careful what you ask for. The grass might not be greener going after Regis either.
Nope.
Be careful. You might get what you want, what you ask for with Regis. I don't think that's an easy fight.
Nope. Because you can definitely get that chin checked in a nasty way.
Oh, a nasty way. And then it could be even worse, you know. But either way, he got to fight somebody. Got to fight somebody. He got to make a decision, or like Suleiman said, Shakur is going to be the mandatory. Or he going to have to get the belts up and move up. I don't know what he's going to do. I really don't care. I really don't care what he do.
He's going to move up and fight Regis program.
I'm looking forward to this fight. Oh, man, we're so close. Woo.
Oh, the Errol and Terrence? Yeah.
Oh man, I got something to say though. I've been watching both of them. I've been watching all their fights all week. If this is what Earl got to do to me. Don't allow Terrence to get that distance on you, because if you do, he might hit you with something you ain't gonna see. But if you smother them punches and keep that fight close, he will break Terrence down. And like the other guy, I forgot who the guy was on who said he was a Bud fan. He said if Bud loses the first 2 rounds, it's over. I don't know who that guy was, but
Chill Bill, yeah.
Yeah, I Chill Bill. Okay, I agree with that. Like, you just can't give rounds away to Earl, because Earl gets stronger as the round goes. You know, I'm watching Derrick James say how he went 19 straight rounds with no stopping. Just sparring 19 straight rounds, no break. He's ready. I think Bud's ready too, but it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I can't wait. But I did see a little change in Bud, like with all this stuff with the coin flip. That's stupid. And him finally mentioning about losing. I'm like, I've never heard Bud mention about if he might lose. I've always heard him say, "Oh no, when I win." He's actually mentioned about losing. I don't hear Earl talking about losing. I haven't heard it. Have you?
Nah, dog. You don't. Not a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Derrick James said we don't believe in ifs. We do wins over here. We do wins over here. We don't.
Yeah, he slipped it in there. He's like, just be back to the drawing board.
He said, "Mama got to get rid of those dancing shoes."
Hey man, if Errol can make it brutal, we gonna see something. If Errol, and that's the funny thing, Errol wants to make it a brutal fight, man.
Yeah, you know that. He wants to smother, and that's what you got to do. Got to smother Terrence. Can't let him. You give him that distance, you're gonna have a problem. You might get hit with something you ain't ready for. But I think they both could take a punch, but I don't know. I haven't seen just like people say Earl ain't been in the ring with nobody like Terrence. It goes both ways. And you can throw the resumes out the door. I'm tired of hearing about that. Oh, he ain't fighting nobody. Man, the fight is here.
Yeah.
The resumes, throw them out the door. Let's talk about the fight. Like, I'm tired of hearing about, oh, he ain't fighting nobody. This one ain't fighting. Man, it's out the door. All I know is Earl has conceded a lot for this fight to happen. So that goes to show me he was never ducking. Even Terrence said it. All this time, Terrence was talking about how Earl was ducking and Bull Mac and he don't want to fight. Now all of a sudden, none of us was ducking. Now the truth comes out. It's here. It's here. No more talking. It's here. Can't wait. One more week, baby. We got one more week.
Yeah. Saturday after next.
Oh my God.
Tuesday.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Either way it goes, man. I'm rocking with Earl all day. But like I said, if Bud wins, hey, I give him his props. You got to bow down. Ain't nothing you can say, But I don't want to hear none of them Bud fans running if it's a one-sided, butt whipping like Earl said. I want to see everybody come get the smoke. Come get the smoke.
Yes, sir.
I'm
telling you, man.
How you feel? How you feel about the fight?
Honestly, man, I'm looking forward to the fight, man. I see Errol. I got Errol winning the fight because it's just that pressure. It's like you said, but if he can't close the distance on him and Bud can move around and pot shot him and walk him into things, and yeah, he could win if he could do that. My thing is just whenever I see like a fighter that is really brutal, like just a dude that is really, really, is coming at you and can really do that at a high level. just like Floyd said, is sometimes you're gonna have to fight. And if you're gonna have to, and if Terrence Crawford has to fight Errol, then Terrence is gonna be in a situation where he's got to hit him with something big, like out of the blue,
Right.
versus you having somebody that is hitting you with something big throughout the entire round. And if he's not hitting you in the head, he's hitting you in the arms. If he ain't hitting you in the arms, he's hitting you in the hips. And it's just that over time, like the more I watch boxing, like in the beginning, like when I first started watching boxing, I mean, I wasn't watching boxing like, a long time, man, since the 70s, right?
Right.
I would watch guys like when guys like Bernard Hopkins came around and Tito, I started paying attention to guys like Tito. Like
Right.
early in my career, I was big on like the Sugar Ray Leonards, right? Sugar Ray Leonards, the Alis, guys that you could really see flick their jab out and run the combinations. But then you start seeing dudes like that, and I was less inclined to like really like look at somebody like a Foreman, right?
Mhm.
I mean, even a Foreman is even more spectacular, where he hits you and boom, you're out. Talking about guys like Joe Frazier and guys that literally beat on you for
Right.
periods of time, and you start looking at your fighter that is really fast and moving well, and you realize, dude, this dude keeps hitting him. Like he keeps hitting him on the arms, he keeps hitting him. Now he's getting tired. His hands are starting to drop. This dude's bigger punches are starting to land. And you start realizing that, look, man, there's something to these dudes like Hagler and these dudes like Bernard Hopkins and guys like Andre Ward, where you're like, look, man, these dudes ain't trying to win no decision. Like their mentality is not about, let me get this. Oh, boom, 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 I moved and I got this round. Boom, 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 I got this. They're like, okay, you may get this round.
Right.
But you took a lot of punishment in this round and a lot of punishment in this round. And by the time you get to round 6 and round 7, you start seeing these dudes really slowing down. And you start seeing guys like Julio Cesar Chavez, like Brooke Howard says, Julio Cesar Chavez landing really big shots on you that weren't landing before, but now it's boom, and you see their head shaking back, and you're like, oh man, I don't know if this dude is going to get out of this fight. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing. So when I'm looking at Terrence has never been in a fight.
No.
Like not even never been in a fight.
And you know what, too, Fanon? Even when he got cracked, right, by Mean Machine and Gamboa, they didn't follow up. They never follow up. They backed off. They didn't bring the pressure. And see, if he gets cracked like that against Earl, Earl coming to finish. It's finished. I'm coming to, like Mortal Kombat says, finish him. It's over. It's over.
And here's the thing. Yeah, but the thing with those dudes too, those dudes were not, other than like Aegis Calvinal, because I do think he won, like, he was in the rounds. Neither one of those guys was pressing him before that. It was like he slipped. Like he slipped.
Right.
When he was throwing shots, he was open and they hit him and cracked him.
Right.
That's not the same thing as somebody that is hitting you with basic fundamental shots like a jab and a straight right hand, jab and a straight right, and a straight left rather for him. A jab and a straight right hand and digging 3-4 shots to the body and pushing you back and you know what I mean? Like that's not what those guys were doing. So and then for Errol, the way that he's talking about the fight and saying, look, dude, I'm not trying to knock you out. Like I'm not looking for that one shot. I'm trying to break all of that. I'm trying to break all of this.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break something on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a dog. That's a different animal, man.
Let me tell you something. When you start getting hit in the face and that thing starts swelling, you start to see things a whole lot differently. your vision, when your vision start to go, oh, you in trouble. That's what happened to Ugas. Ugas said his eye bled for 40 days. He said his eye bled for 40 days after that fight.
Hey man, and let me let you in. I'm gonna let y'all in on a real secret. That Sean Porter fight. I watched Errol spar for that Sean Porter fight. I'm telling you, that dude was not in shape. That when he fought Sean Porter, and I'm just saying this now, I remember watching him in the sparring, and I was like, he looked tired.
Yeah.
Early in the sparring, like he looked exhausted. His body did not look, he looked He looked like he didn't have a lot of musculature to himself. You know how but you rehydrate and you get all the muscle back.
Yeah.
This was maybe like one of the last sparring sessions before he fought him. That dude had a fat camp for that sparring mat, for that. And the way he looked against Ugas going in, I didn't see him spar for Ugas, but the way he looked in that weigh-in,
oh yeah,
it was that dude looked like he looked like if you guys think that Terrence Crawford, that Errol Spence Jr. was in shape for that Sean Porter fight, I'm telling you, he was not all the way there for that Sean Porter fight, man. He
was out there hanging in the clubs and he was wilding out. But I think after that car accident, it changed his life, man. His life went a whole different direction. He realized God gave him a second chance, you know. And I don't see him doing hanging in clubs and drinking and all of that stuff like he used to do.
True, no doubt.
Also, it's the company you keep hanging out with Adrian Broner and all them jokers and partying and all that. Nah, he cut all of that out. He cut all that out. He dealing with his family now. I'm proud of him. You know what I mean? Turned his life around, and I'm just ready for a good fight. But I want to make a comment about this Frank Martin. I was laughing when you talk about the commentators. You know what was so funny? Like you said, Abner Morris is the worst. They need to get all of them off of there. When they was talking about how this guy was catching Martin and all that, but then when they would show the replay, Martin was blocking a lot of them shots. A lot of them shots was not clean. He was blocking a lot of that stuff. You know?
Yeah, he was.
You know, and look, you got to give kudos to Derrick James, man. Derrick James told him, look, man, you may be losing this fight, man. You better pick it up. Let's go. Let's go. And what happened? He started putting that pressure. He started looking like Earl out there. Bringing that shoulder. He told Derrick, said, look, use the jab, man. Use the jab. You sitting back trying to counterpunch this guy. Go ahead, use the jab and start breaking this boy down. And that's what he did. He clearly won the fight. When people say, oh, it was a draw, man, he won that fight. Look at the boy's face, man.
Yeah, he won that fight.
All right, bro. All right. I'm out of here.
Appreciate you, brother. Good talk, man.
Oh, yes, man. Always a pleasure. Keep up the good content, baby. Team Spence, let's go, man. One more week. I'll be on tomorrow with you.
All right, bro. Get back with you, man.
Later.
Holly, Corey. Thanks, man. Always a good conversation with Corey, man. Always a good conversation with Corey. We're going to take one more caller if y'all want to get on real quick. My guy in Cell in the building says, showing support, brother. Thank you for that $5 holler, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, that was definitely, man. Yeah, that was definitely a fat cap. He was definitely tired. He was definitely. I'm trying to tell you that's not. And by the way, even in between fights, because I saw Errol in person. Physically, they don't even look the man. Dude, seriously, they do not look the same in between fights. I did not. The first time I met Errol, I saw him. Like I shook his hand briefly. The first time I did that was back when for the Jamal Charlo versus Brandon Adams fight in Houston, Texas. And I'm telling you, he was like a little short, he was like a little fat dude, little pudgy dude. I was like, man, everybody says how big and how strong and how muscular he is. The first time I saw him, I was like, man, this is a little pudgy dude. Seriously, like his cheeks were big, his head, the top of his head, like he clearly had a lot of fat on his face and had a little bit of a gut, just looked pudgy. And I was like, man, what's so big? I couldn't get it because I was like, everybody says how big and strong he is. He looked pudgy. He looked pudgy. When I saw him at the Frank Martin fight when Frank Martin fought Jackson Marinez, he did not look like that, man. He looked muscular. Like, oh, okay, now I get it. This dude looks like he was built like if somebody would have said, okay, this guy plays cornerback. This guy plays cornerback in the NFL. I'd have been like, okay, yeah, you look like it. He looked like he was a cornerback. Something like that. Maybe not as big and stocky as some football players you see, but most definitely very muscular, especially his neck. especially his neck and his arms, like his triceps and all of that. You could clearly see the muscles in his arms. It was not the same way as when I saw him before at that Jermall Charlo fight. And I'm telling you, man, that dude was in much different physical shape by the time he got to Yordenis Ugas, man. Yeah, it's the same with Tank. He carried that weight, but Tank stays down, so you see it in his face. Yeah, you can see the difference now than when you saw Tank earlier in his career in between fights when he looked like a lemon head. You know what I mean? He had that lemon head action going on. The announcement of the Dev Loma fight was on the same BS in Loma's favor, but nobody wants to point it out. Man, y'all been crying about that forever. Tevin Smith, what you talking about, Tevis? They cried about that the entire time. I didn't listen to the commentary, though. I was scoring the fight. I made the mistake of listening to the commentary from Frank Martin. I didn't listen to the commentary on I didn't listen to the commentary for the Lomachenko fight with Devin Haney. Maybe I heard a little bit like in between, but I actually covered that fight live. So no, I wasn't sitting there listening to those guys. I had the very painful experience of listening to Frank Martin fight, though, because they were so one-sided. I mean, it was so bad, bro. It was so bad. I was like, what? Are you actually like, I was starting to think that he wasn't actually scoring the rounds. Like he might have just taken a bathroom break or something, came back and then filled out his card. Rick Tim said, Fanon, cornerback was my position in high school and college, and I was a physical corner too. I always played bump and run while in man coverage. Absolutely no fear. Come on with it. Oh, that's what's up. These Haney channels fighting for their lives. Hey, man. They're in a bad position. I don't know who a Haney channel is, but you know, the channels of the people that are supporting them. Yeah, they're going to be feeling a lot of pressure, bro. They're most definitely going to feel. They're definitely going to feel a lot of pressure, bro. There's no doubt about that, bro. The pressure is going to be hot out there in these streets for them. You know what I mean? The pressure is going to be the pressure is going to be hot for these dudes because they've called so many people a duck. They've called so many people a duck. Since you call these guys ducks so much, what you going to do? You got to accept the duck label. You know what I mean? But look, man, I am going to jump out of here a little early today, man. It's 11:30. Not quite. Yeah, it's 11:30. We've been kicking it. Tank ain't been out a week and Devin signed to fight. Yeah, dog, he don't want the smoke, bro. He don't want the duck. He don't want it, dog. They still ducking him for now. Yeah. Everybody's ducking him, dog. Everybody's ducking him. I know it's hard out there on y'all. I know it's tough. Hey, man, did you answer my question? Fahim Sator did not answer my Twitter question. Hold on, man. I gotta check Twitter real quick. I know y'all hurting out here, bro. Man, Fahim Sator be sending me messages on Twitter and do not respond when I send him messages. Man, you know I ain't about to listen to that whole thing. Fahim, are you in the building, Fahim Sator? If you are on the feed, will you please respond to the DM, Fahim Sator? The positive side of all this is that Haney is in great position. It's about what he didn't know. It is not. He's not in great position. Come on, man, stop it. What do you mean why would you say he's in a great position? You're trying to put it in that's why I'm saying you guys are more about Devin than you are about boxing. Because you look at everything from Devin's position. He's in a great position of what? Being a blatant hypocrite? They spread all that misinformation for years, and now they're crying. And it's going to be a lot of personal attacks, and Devin and Gervonta don't want it, and why didn't he offer it earlier, and all of that stuff. Hey, what's going on, my guy? Mr. Johnson in the building said, great show today. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that love. in that Cash App, brother. It means so much to the channel. I'm on the boardwalk with the family in Atlantic City, only catching bits. Salute to you, Fringer Flyer. He's back on free TV. No, I really kind of wish I would have played football, man. I did play football as an early age. I should have went out for football in high school. I should have played football in high school, but I didn't. I mean, I didn't. All of that getting into like spinal injuries and all of that kind of had me like, I'm all right. And jerk coaches. Terry, I had hit a guy named Derek Clark, big 6'3", 240 running back who got drafted by Broncos. He and I crashed in the corner of the end zone, and his big ass carried me in with him. I was 135 then. Yeah, dog, that's what I bet. Type of boom and keep going type of dude. But look, man, I'm going to run up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat, everybody in the super chat, bro. I already saw a personal attack on Rise. They got their tail between their legs. Rise embarrassing them. Look, dude, they embarrassed themselves. And I'm just glad that I'm not a member of the guilt trip crew. The guilt trip crew. I do not have to defend Devin Haney from any and every bit of ridiculousness that's thrown out of there. The man is out here looking like a duck. Duck sauce, dog. Looking like duck sauce. But it's a duck of your own making. Okay? You wrote a bunch of rules about what somebody is to be a duck. And you are going to support that man no matter what. Just ask the question this. Are you going to support Devin no matter what? And I need an answer to this question. Are you going to support Devin Haney no matter what? No matter what. Honest question. Are you going to? Hey, what's going on, my guy? Freaking Flyer, bro. Thank you, man. I got 6 with me breaking me. Much love, bro. Way to go, man. Take care of that family, man. I'm so glad I never attached myself to the Titanic. Look, bro. These dudes is on the Titanic and act like they put me off the Titanic. Like, man, I couldn't, dude, seriously, man. That Devin Haney stuff was such. I need to have a moment of honesty, okay? Even though I don't have a problem telling you honestly. Seriously, man. I was really, really stressed out about that Devin Haney stuff. I was really, really stressed out because I had a hard time getting my head around talking to people that I thought really were out for the best interest of black fighters. When you turn a fire hose on Gary Russell Jr. and really go at absolutely trying to destroy this man's name, trying to destroy his reputation, and all of the things that this man has done in his career, even though he was one of the most ducked fighters for years. The same people that were admitting that knew this man was being ducked by all these guys, from Abner Mares to Leo Santa Cruz to Carl Frampton to all of these guys out there ducking this man. To have a kid who is 2 weight classes above him call him out, and then you just totally trash this champion's name. I was shocked. And then to see them do it to somebody else. And then somebody else. And then somebody else. They do it to Gervonta, which is where I thought to myself is, man, you're going to attack a bulletproof tank? And I mean this. You're going to pick a fight with a bulletproof tank. Gervonta Davis is a bigger draw than this man in every way, shape, or form. Gervonta Davis does not need your publicity or your opinion to sell out stadiums. Doesn't even need you. But win at this dude over and over and over and over and over again about him not fighting anybody and not him doing this and he's not doing that. And Devin wants that smoke, and Devin said he's available, to now when he's actually available, to see this dude walk off, turn down the fight to go fight Regis Prograis. Honestly, man, it's very disappointing. The whole thing is very, very disappointing, man. Very disappointing. And it is very concerted. It is very purposeful. It is very much about our team. Are you surprised? No, it's their team. That's their team. That is not honest commentary. That is their team. When you have somebody that is passing information unchallenged directly from the promoter out to boxing fans, that is a team member. And whenever you have a team member, you have to take what that team member says with a grain of salt. However, there are people who are legitimately on these boxers' teams that do not act anything like that. The Rise podcast does not act like that. They don't act like that. There are people on Errol Spence Jr.'s team that do not act like that. Do not throw hissy fits and call you everything, call you everything but a child of God because you think their guy, isn't the great man. It is what it is, bro. But yes, am I surprised at this point? No, not at all. I'm not surprised at all at this point in time, but it works for me because it's easy money for me to sit up there and say, hey, look, man, wasn't me. Wasn't me. Question is, are you guys boxing your future up? Are you boxing your credibility up in order to ride with somebody that, trust me, when it's all said and done, bro, is going to be moving on about his business? Was it really worth you killing your movement for that? Was it really worth killing all your momentum for that? And I mean it. And I mean that very honestly. There are YouTube channels that I supported when they were small, growing. Was it worth limiting your ability to grow your own presence, to ride with a line of BS that you knew was BS? Was it worth some big channels? Was it really worth throwing your credibility in the garbage can for a television appearance or for whatever somebody's giving you? Is it worth that? Is it worth that? I'm telling you that my bet was no, it's not worth that. I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm sorry. If I don't believe it, I can't sell it. He has 3 days to redeem himself and prove everybody wrong, and then they're going to celebrate him for doing it. But watch this. Watch this GM. Look what will happen in 3 days. If Devin Haney decides right now, because Devin's going to go fight Regis Prograis. Right now, Devin Haney has every reason in the world. Gervonta really didn't want the fight. Whatever stuff they're going to say. If Devin turns around and fights Gervonta Davis, they're going to backflip all of that and go right back into that. Because it's support at no matter what you say, I'm going to support you. Just tell me what I need to support. Just put it in a memo and let me know what it is I need to support, and I'm there for you. I'm going to support you. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I got to get out of here. Deuces.